I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. You meant the world to me. You meant the world to me. My darling dear.
With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
Oh, it doesn't get any bigger than this, does it, Peter?
It certainly does not. It really doesn't.
What's going on, people? Oh my God, it's Game 6. Didn't think we'd be here, but believe it or not, we are. As it is the Toronto Maple Leafs, it is the Ottawa Senators, it is Game 6. Win and you're through to face Florida. You lose for Toronto, and you are back home for Game 7. I don't think it's an understatement, and I think I told you this the other day when I said I messaged you and Andrew, and I'm like, I don't think it's understatement to feel like the future of the organization's on the line.
Oh, 100%. 100%. This whole entire series is going to dictate how everything's going to shake up in the offseason or if they continue to go on. So, yeah, this is probably their biggest game. We probably thought games 4 and 5 were their biggest ones, but this is now the biggest one because now this is going to, filter out who wants it more, basically. And I think whoever wins this game is basically going to win the series because, Toronto in the Game 7s does not go well. So, yeah. It's nerve-wracking. And I did mention this to you off air, too. I was hesitant coming on and this isn't a bad thing or a slight to you or anything, but hesitant to come on because I have not had good experience in playoffs.
I totally understand. I totally get it.
Might as well try and change things up. They lost 0-2 while I'm watching it on my TV and by myself. So you know what? Why not do a live stream?
Why not? And guess what? If they go 7, it's Saturday night, and then we don't have to see each other for that. I'll just bug you. I'll make sure to bug you and Andrew if that comes to fruition.
You can go on there, Duke. We're numb to it, man.
Oh, Duke. Sorry, Darren. What's going on, Darren? Good to see you again.
What's going on, Darren?
So I heard, and you would know because you were closer to where the Leafs outside the dome, where they oh my God, what do you call it? Where the Leafs? Thank you, Maple Leaf Square. My God. They were at Maple Leaf Square. I guess they were delayed for Game 5 because of the weather. Oh, excuse me, the weather.
Yeah, we had a massive storm cell come through, but it came by very quickly. So that was a good thing, but it is still pouring over here right now. So you can rest assured that Maple Leaf Square is going to be full of ponchos and everything like that. So
I love it. Make sure to drop your predictions, guys, in for later. And yeah, I know it's stupid. I don't know about you, but it's been raining all day for us here, and I kind of got a glimpse. It looks like it's been raining pretty bad too for you guys.
Oh yeah. Actually, on my way back, raining pretty heavy. So yeah.
Oh boy,
it's that kind of weather. That's spring for you right now. So
let's hope that's not the mood either going into tonight. So let's talk about before puck drop tonight. Let's talk about some changes here a little bit. So we talked about Pacioretty being promoted now onto that second line here. He's going to be playing alongside John Tavares and William Nylander here. Ottawa, I don't think much has changed if I'm not mistaken here. I think they're keeping the same lineups as Chris Neal is going to be banging the bell here in Ottawa. And I think if I'm not mistaken, that's the only change with Pacioretty going to the second line, correct?
It is the only change, yeah. I know that Holmberg has seen time on the second line, but I think he's been bumped down to the third center role. He's going to be centering McMahon and Domi, and then Pacioretty back up. I mean, he's more suited in that like net front presence, grind it down on the forecheck kind of player. So if he's able to succeed with that, with Nylander flying the zone, circling, trying to get open things up and spot those lanes to get the puck on net, and Patches is there for a rebound, I think that's a recipe for success. But Patches has not looked good since being inserted in the lineup, a couple steps behind, but then again, he's been dealt with an injury. I would have thought maybe you could go with a little bit more upside speed and, scoring touch with Robertson, because we know how well he plays whenever he comes back from a scratch. But yeah, the team's not wavering. They're still showing confidence. They're still in a good spot, but this is the moment for them. This is where they got to, put the final nail in the coffin and end the series right now.
You feel like it's equally as important for both teams to get off to a strong start tonight. They feel relaxed and ready to go, but are you surprised? And maybe you would know better than I would here. How do you feel the Ottawa crowd is like? Do you feel it's been more pro Sens fans when they go to Ottawa?
Game 3, obviously, it was a very Sens-heavy crowd. You can notice that. But Game 4, I think it was a different situation. It's really hard to tell right now because the whole entire arena is red. I think we'll get a better glimpse of everything if we start to see a little bit more blue and white. Who knows? But, yeah, I mean, obviously, because Toronto fans travel very, very well, who knows? Definitely home crowd is going to play a factor, but which home crowd are you going to get, basically?
Man, I'm getting goosebumps already. This is going to be good. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
This whole entire talking about, writing about the whole Battle of Ontario. I remember 20 plus years ago, I was just watching this as a little kid, and now doing all this right now is very surreal. And how far we've come from just watching it on a TV, hearing Bob Cole and Harry Neal with the calls, to now doing all these live streams, talking about it live, seeing our reactions, because Lord knows I'm going to be hooked up to possibly a heart monitor at this point. So
we should have I should have had in the corner, right? We just hook it
my blood pressure just up top there. Yeah.
The beats per minute. Okay. What I'll give my predictions for tonight. So we got one here. We got a 3-1 Sens win here. So I told you before we jumped on that it's gotta this performance tonight, if you're the Leafs, is gonna be a better performance than if for some reason they go to 7, right? If it's necessary that they go to 7, the performance tonight is not what you're gonna see in Game 5, because we don't know what that was in Game 5, and a lot of it had to do with Ullmark. I can't foresee Ullmark having the same type of performance. But I also can't see the Leafs completely dominating this game, and it's going to be like a train wreck here, 5-0, 6-0 type thing. I think it's going to be close. I think it's been, outside of really Game 1, it has been a close series. And even in Game 5, it was only 1-0 going into the third period. And I continue to believe that it's going to stay along the same sort of consistency going into tonight.
And even then, it only became 2-0, with 5-6 minutes left. And that was because of that, horrific power play at the end, right? So they had an opportunity to try and tie it up, but then they just got overzealous. I really don't know what Matthews was thinking there, just with that little floater. And then Gaudette is right there to go on the 2-on-1. But they got to be better on the power play. They got to connect. Ottawa's won the special teams battle the last 2 games. They got to take advantage of that, and they got to. I think the main key is getting in front of Ullmark's face. get the traffic, get the deflections, because he has trouble reading those from what I've seen the last few games.
Right.
They just got to pepper him with shots and crash the net, get to the middle of the ice, because that's what made him successful in the first 3 games.
Peter, I got the Toronto Maple Leafs winning tonight in Game 6.
Ooh, I hope you're right, and I hope I'm right. I'm going Leafs 4-2. You
got 4-2, eh?
I got 4-2, but
I was kind of along the same line here. I'm going to go 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
I think they find a way to do it in regulation. I can't see this going to overtime. Somebody's going to win it in regulation here, I feel like. Oh, I don't know. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. I mean, I'm just looking at Nylander right now. He's got that gamer face on right now that you see from Nylander when he's about to go and pop off. So, Donnell, how's it going, man?
Oh, boy. All righty. We're just finishing up the national anthem here. We're going to get synced up here as soon as Game 6 begins, but we're getting set here. Leafs win. They face Florida in round 2. Sens win. We go back to Toronto Saturday night for Game 7.
Just moments before the opening puck drop right now.
Okay. We'll let each other know here who drops it first. You got Stolarz in net here, a 2.25 goals against average and an .899 save percentage so far in this postseason. Pretty obvious being 3-2 record so far. Linus Ullmark, 280 goals against average with an .883 save percentage. So neither goaltender outside of Ullmark, who had a sensational Game 5, played very well here. No one's really kind of lighting up the land here goaltending wise. So,
yeah.
All right, let's get set here, folks. Game 6 is underway in Ottawa, I think. They kind of teased me a little bit. And we will bring up our beautiful scoreboard again for you guys tonight as well. Okay, here we go. Puck is now officially dropped, and we are underway here in Ottawa.
Oh, man, I am way
I'll let you know when I pause in the air.
Yes.
Okay, here. You better, if you want to, I'll let you know when I see the clock here, and I'll let you know when to pause it. Because they got to show the lineups first, though.
Yeah.
So Lawrence, Scott. Yeah, again, I was surprised that Lawton there on the fourth line, eh?
I mean, I know you brought him in to be that third line center, but he's just fit so well, especially with Yarncroke and Lawrence right now. Like, they've had that killer instinct mentality minus a little bit of the production. I know you want to see a little bit more from them, but they've been getting that zone time. They've been getting their chances, and I feel like at some point you're going to get a key goal from that fourth line.
You better.
Right? Yeah,
you better.
Paid a first round pick for him, so we better.
You better. Yeah. Interesting for Ottawa starting, what was it, the Shane Pinto line out there with Ridley Gregg and Michael Amadio. That's who they started with here. Okay, we got the clock here.
2 games in Ottawa, they played very well against the top line. So
beauty. So I'm at 1850, 49, 48.
I'm at 1549 right now too. So we are perfectly in sync.
Beautiful. All righty. Let's go.
Simon Benoit now has a puck. I know that there's a lot of jokes right now going around Simon Benoit being like Cale Makar-esque, but I did not expect him to have the type of offensive prowess that he has shown in these postseasons or in this playoff.
He's been surprising. That's the guy, I don't know, you kind of look
surprising.
At being like that 7th, 8th D-man almost, right?
Mm-hmm. He has, yeah.
And he's been a pleasant surprise.
Stretches during the season where he didn't look his best. And then towards the tail end, leading up to the playoffs, that's when he started gaining his confidence again. And this was the same Benoit that we saw last year when he was paired up with McCabe. But now he's on another level, and I think he's gelled very well with OEL.
I agree. Yeah. And that's another surprise, too. I mean, OEL, who got the first goal of the series.
2-on-1 right now.
Bit of a chance
crashes the net. Big chance.
McMahon just gets tipped.
Oh, big chance and big rush. And that's where I want to see Bobby be that power forward. He has that speed. And the way that he just powered through to the net just went a little bit wide. But that's the type of play you want to see Bobby make constantly because he excels in that kind of role and in that spot. Oh, it didn't help that Sanderson got, blocked by the linesman too. So.
Oh, it
I only saw that right now too. It didn't quite help that, but I think he probably still would have outmuscled him by like a foot or two. So
yeah,
good opportunity net.
Oh, here, if you want to pause play, I'll be right there with you.
Just for a split second.
Yeah, just do boom, boom. and then we should
Perfect.
be good. All right, beautiful. Yeah, I didn't even see that linesman got in the way there with Sanderson.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say again, I don't want to jump to conclusions or say anything right now, but
Do it.
The Maple Leafs are like up to a good, or, they're up to nothing early on.
Yep.
This is kind of the start that you wanted. Get those ozone chances, drive hard to the net, try to set the tone a little bit. Because I know the first line had a decent shift. You saw McMahon, he's been quiet, he powered through. That's what you want to see. Every single line build a little bit of momentum every single time.
Bit of a weird change there, right? As what's going on, Daniel? Bit of a weird change.
How's it going, Dan?
There.
Sorry,
We got Jack saying he's got Vegas and Toronto will win tonight. Or sorry, because Donnell did ask. We got 4 game 6s tonight, and he asked which ones here end and which ones go to game 7 here. So I think we both agreed. I had Colorado winning and forcing game 7. I think Vegas wraps it up tonight, and I think the Kings force game 7, and then I'll say the Leafs win tonight too.
I honestly thought that Vegas would probably end it in 5, but Minnesota really surprised me. And,
Me too.
Carell is just on another level. But yeah, Vegas, they're a juggernaut for a reason. So I think Vegas ends it tonight. I hope Toronto ends it tonight. I have Colorado winning, so I hope they really do come back. And again, I picked LA, so I really hope that they make a comeback as well.
I don't know. LA's kind of blown it the last couple of games here, so I don't have a whole lot of faith in them.
It's funny because I was out Sunday night and they had the LA game, and I noticed that LA was just dominating, but that third period just absolutely terrible.
Yeah. It's a bit, I think just watching him initially right now, like just seeing Riley fall over there, like you got to watch, like they're coming out being I think Ottawa has been a bit more physical to start the game here.
Yeah. I mean, Ottawa has those players and their heavy forecheck and presence was going to be the main factor as well. Like you're seeing right now, hitting bodies left, right, and center, trying to force those turnovers. Toronto has done a good job in providing support to, negate those opportunities. But yeah, they're very heavy. They're physical. They need to be, keeping their heads up every single time to know what's going on. And if they keep boxing them out like that, not letting anything get to the middle of the net and quickly getting out on the breakout, that's going to be a good sign for Toronto because that's what made them successful in the first 3 games.
Nobody's really made mistakes here.
Oh, good shot on Holmberg. Puck came loose.
Can you pause it again and go?
Pause it again?
Sorry. Yeah. I was like, oh, wait.
We were up.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
We're good now. We're good.
Okay. I thought
Omar just swings it back. Ottawa clears the zone right now. They're heading in the other direction. I believe that was Pinto that just chipped it in.
Yep. You got Amadio, Pinto, and Ridley Grigg back.
Oh, he all looks like he just, knocked down Pinto right there, Amadio.
Question from Donnell for you, Peter.
Don't you think this playoff format is stupid? I 100% agree. It's stupid. Give me 1v8, Donnell. I don't think I need to read the rest of your question, but give me 1v8 every single time, man.
As soon as I wonder if as soon as Bettman's gone, they'll be like, okay, guys, we're gonna go back to that.
I hope
because
so.
It's all a money making thing, right? Like this is why we have these type of matchups here in the first round.
My thing is Dallas and Colorado. That is a marquee matchup. That's like literally semifinal, conference final right there. How the hell do you have that as a first round matchup?
Should not be. You can't.
No.
Like it's stupid that should not be a first round
not. And I don't care if you're trying to create more rivalries and everything like that. Dallas and Colorado, that has been kind of not necessarily a rivalry, but they met each other in the playoffs before.
Plus, if you want to create more rivalries, like you have an entire conference. Like, oh, but you could be a wild card team like Montreal. It's like, okay, well, that's one.
I'm just going to do a quick little, conference. Instead of playing Ottawa, Toronto would have played New Jersey if it was a 1v8.
So the series would have been over.
Would have been over. Yeah.
Would have been over. Yeah.
Would have been over.
That's
nothing against New Jersey, but I mean, if they still had the issues with, Jack Hughes being out, the injuries that they face, Jacob Markstrom kind of, being a little off with his game as well. Cause I know we talked about him many times and I've even mentioned on our podcast, I did not have faith in Markstrom. He has shown up, but there is probably like a few goals where maybe he would like to have had that probably could have been the difference maker.
Probably would have been a very big difference maker, right?
Yeah.
Like, but even then, I know, like, yeah, you still go up against Carolina, but I mean, I don't know. Like it was still going to be an uphill climb. Like we watched that overtime and we were just sitting there like, when is Carolina going to score?
Yeah. Because that went to double,
just,
I think, right?
They went to double, but they were they were out shooting them like 19-2. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing. If that was Toronto out shooting them 19-2, Toronto would have lost.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. Well, it happened. What was that? Game 6 Montreal. Remember that?
Oh,
because they were dominating them.
Yeah, I hate that you brought that up, but
yeah, oopsies.
Again, well, this is why this game is important, because you could put to rest that bubble series against Montreal, that game against, or that series against Columbus in the play-in round, where you're the favorite, you're expected to dominate, and this is why the big boys have got to show up. And that, like, a really good start for the Matthews, Marner, Nyes line, but you got to keep that together. You got to build off that every single time.
Nyes has really stepped his game up.
Oh, yeah.
A bit more too, right?
He's been my X factor the whole entire time. So
yeah, and so far it's been fairly neutral so far. Also, Jared's got 3-1 Ottawa tonight as they try to go 7, and he also thinks they get Game 7 if I'm reading that correct too, 2-1. I believe that's
honestly,
what's going on, Jared.
Again, I do not like Toronto in 7. That's why I picked Toronto in 6 to try and avoid something like that.
Yeah,
because they are their own worst enemy.
I don't think we're gonna be watching Last of Us, or we're not talking about that. Right? Maybe an intermission. Maybe
as much as I love The Last of Us, both that and the video game, I that's taking a bit of a back burner right there.
Well, and for the comparison here too, like, let's not say it until a certain thing happens in this.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
All right, let's see here.
We're back in it. 2-1 right now. Really great stop by Stolarz right there. And this is why I love Anthony Stolarz. He stands tall and he's square every single time. Like, he gives nobody anything, and he follows that puck tremendously well.
He's been a pleasant surprise. And you know what's funny? I haven't even thought about it here yet, but you think Florida might have a bag of tricks going up against Anthony Stolarz if they can find a way to pull it out here tonight?
Yes and no, but there was that game where Toronto won 3-2, but it was also at the point where Florida was dealing with injuries, players in the lineup not playing, but Stolarz did really stand tall against them. So
right,
you can rest assured that they got a playbook, but I think the way that he's just like communicating everything right now, directing play, I think that's a big reason for his success, because he's helping his team out regardless.
Right.
So I think that edge and that communication is going to help Toronto big time if that's the case.
Good setup here for Ottawa so far. Shabbat just fans on it completely. And it is a delayed penalty here. The Leafs are going to the penalty box here. It's going to be Chris Tanev, as they're showing Chris Tanev here. It looks like, as Brady's a little banged up here, the Senators are going to get the first power play of the game here.
Did you see that's the one thing you don't want to. I don't know.
I missed what
I really couldn't tell, because it did go to Tanev and then it went to Tkachuk, and I'm trying to see what's going to be the replay right there.
I think we both have Toronto.
Tavares?
Oh, he's got to be careful. High stick from John Tavares. Yeah. Careful.
As much as I don't like to give Sens that advantage on the power play, because they have been owning. I mean, they were 0 for 2 last game, but they've had the advantage special team-wise.
Yeah.
If it was Chris Tanev going into the box, that's a major hole to fill on the PK right there, because this is your shot blocking Kane. This is your clear out guy. That's one player you can't afford to take a penalty.
I love the line that they have out too. Like with it just makes like, it hit the ref too, trying to clear it. Oh, they can't get it out now.
God, I hate when that happens. To me, if it leads to a goal, it should be blown dead. Because I don't think the refs should have that advantage.
It's fair. I know. Well, I mean, it's also like Sanderson getting blocked by the ref. So if you want to call it like,
can't have it both ways.
Correct.
Can't have it.
Sends 3 for 13 in this series so far tonight. I like that. I was going to say, go ahead. Yeah.
I was about to say that's the one big thing about this PK too. Like, Toronto does collapse down to the middle very well. Like, they box everybody out. They don't give anybody any chance. And I think a couple of them were like bad reads, traffic in front. You got to clear that out at certain times, but they've been doing that tremendously well. And I think right now, just playing keep away right now, this is perfect PK right now for Toronto to get that win. I believe Scott Lawton won that race to regain the possession, to give it back to Yarncroke, and now they're just playing keep away. This is what you want to do right now if you're Toronto. This is absolutely perfect.
This is crazy. Yeah. Wow, what a penalty kill so far for the Leafs.
They've
Yeah,
really
did you
killed off
see,
a good minute 20 just with that keep away session right there.
Utah leaked their name? Did you see that?
The Mammoth. Yeah, I saw honestly, hey, I don't
like it.
mind it. I
like
like
it.
it. I saw the little
like it.
logo design, and I even joked about it too. Like, if they're not using Manny from, here we go. Matthew Nyes, here we go. 1-on-1. Spinorama. Lost his edge, but you know what? Kill that. Get that chance.
Yeah,
go down the other way.
For Nyes.
So I made a joke about this. Like, if you're naming yourself the Mammoth, you gotta name your mascot Manny.
Manny the Mammoth.
Just like from Ice Age. You just got to name him Manny from
right.
Ice Age. That's the only thing. I want to know if Ray Romano is going to come out to their inaugural season with the mascot. So,
and they're going to play Ice Age video on the Videotron and all that.
They have to do something Ice Age related, because you know how the Kings have Eric Cartman yelling "Go Kings, go."
Yes.
You gotta have something related to that in terms of Ray Romano coming in for a guest voice thing. You just got it. If not, that's just poor marketing.
It's terrible. They have a real opportunity here to do so. I think they do. I think they'll knock it out of the park here. Well, a dominant penalty kill there, eh?
Big penalty kill. Yeah, no, that was fantastic. And even with that 1-on-1, Nyes played that very well. He lost his edge, but he still managed to get a shot on goal too. So, and again, love the way that who was that? Was that McCabe? I love the way he played that with Stützle. Yeah. You just stay with him, stay on top of him. Don't give him any space whatsoever.
I think it was McCabe. I was a little afraid there. You just gotta watch that.
Oh my god!
How do you not put it in? Oh my god! Oh, Mark! How do you not put that away?
I love the patience from Nylander there, but at that same time, you gotta be quick on that. Just bury that puck in the net. Just bury that. That was perfect execution, but come on, gotta capitalize on that.
Gotta capitalize, absolutely. Oh my god. I want to see a replay of that after.
I hope that they didn't blow a whistle there, because that was so close to being too many men for Toronto.
You had two guys there in front of the net as well, right?
Yeah, I believe that was
what are you doing?
Patches. Yeah,
I think it was. Okay. All right. I want to see the replay here. Wow, that was close. William Nylander almost getting the Leafs on the board here early on.
Patches and Domi. Wow. None of them. And that's why you got Patches as off the post.
Oh, he had it. So he did get a shot off. It was just off the post. Oh my god.
I hate that. I love the opportunity, but that can't go off the post. That really can't. If you're Patches, I don't bring that up. Please don't. But knowing the Maple Leafs luck, I don't know, but be positive. We're going to be positive. Good vibes only. That's what I keep telling my friends and everything like that. Good vibes only.
That's what Biz had as well too. He had the meditation going, right? Because he was a full leaper, right? And then he's got the parlay as well too. He had Matthews goal, Marner goal, Nyes goal, or something like that. Leafs win. It was some 5-pick parlay where he had all the 5 key guys here, getting either a point or a goal.
That would be a dream come true, because in a big game like this, again, like I said, you want your star guys to overtake a game. You want them to carry them on their back. And the first 3 games, they were a part of goals, but at the same time, you got the depth production. You got the Domi game winner. You got the Benoit game-winning goal. You had OEL chipping with 2 goals. And I would hate for this to happen, but this is the most production you've gotten from your defense, goal-wise, all season long, considering you were dead last in the regular season. Right. So the fact that Riley's got 2, OEL's got 2, Benoit 1, I honestly, I would probably lose my mind if Chris Tanev got a goal. I would probably lose my mind if that even happened, because we know how he's not much of a goal scorer. But again, if he has that buzzer beater like he did against Detroit, who knows? That could be a very big
great defensive defenseman. Awesome defensive defenseman here.
Absolutely.
Highest points percentage, man. Sorry. Highest points percentage when scoring first goal here, and the Leafs are at an 804.
One of the top 5 teams. Yeah.
Yeah. It was Carolina, Ottawa, and I missed the other one, I think. Florida?
I don't want to rewind back, because then I can't rewind where we are. Yeah, I don't want us to lose sync. I don't want us to get out of sync like that.
You're good.
Good face-off win. Benoit in
Keeping it in
front.
here.
Good deflection. Again, crash the crease. Get those second and third opportunities. Make life miserable for Olmark at this point. Is Nylander playing center?
He got subbed out there for Tavares because he.
Oh, okay.
Early. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good.
You're like, what?
I was about to say, I'm like, don't tell me Craig is already like changing up the lineup when, they've had decent possession, decent opportunities right now. So
We're only 10 minutes in. Oh, here comes Stutz. Oh, man, that was close.
I was about to say that was like a really, really close opportunity that just went wide. But again, no harm, no foul. I'm happy.
Keeping it in here. Man, they just can't. How do you think first goal tonight is going to be a big judgment of what happens the rest of the game here? Oh, good save by Stolarz.
That always is the case, but we've seen Toronto time and time again battle back too. So
Right.
they have the skill set and the mindset to do so, but you would love that lead just to, settle everything down. You got the lead. Now you can control the pace of play. It's always important, but I would like that for that to happen. That would be an ideal scenario.
Smart play there for Manapalco there to shoot that. If you're the Sens.
Just throw it on net.
Just throw it, right? And
Throw it
that's
on
what it's
net,
gonna
just
take
like what Domi
sometimes.
said, just like what Domi did, just like what Benoit did. Throw it on
Yep.
net. Sanderson, Shabbat, they just threw it on net.
Yeah. And that's what it's going to take tonight too. It's going to be the same type of thing, right? Where you're going to throw it on and just see what happens. All the way down here as Manapalco picks it up again. At least going to get a good chance in to keep it in. Good save from Allmark.
Good
All right.
Yeah.
Pretty
Again,
pretty even Stevens so far.
I do like the fact that they're utilizing the point shots a little bit more. Get that traffic in front, like I said, because the first period in the first game, game 5, actually, they had quite a few point shots. Try to go for that deflection and try to like take his sight away. With that like cut across right there that Lawton did, and get the stick out. Mm-hmm. That to me is if he's seeing everything, that's the one thing that you want to try and get by with those deflective goals.
Everybody seems pretty settled in so far. I think
settled in, very calm. I will say that both sides, they're being very cautious, very tentative. That they don't like. It seems like everyone's playing it safe, which you want to do in this point, especially if you're Ottawa. But even Toronto too, I think at some point you want to take advantage of them being too safe, and then you could strike right away quickly. But then again, that you just don't want to be too risky if you are Toronto.
I agree. Yeah. You wonder it feels like it's gonna be that kind of one mistake that's gonna cause it feels like nobody's made a real mistake so far though.
Not really, no. And then again, like even the shots that Stolarz has faced.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily consider it high danger, but it's not like a, major quality chance itself too. And I love that fact that even with the loose puck, Toronto's getting multiple sticks in the way to try and break everything up. So you want to be that aggressive. You want to be in position, and they're doing just that right now.
Yep. Just almost going to be under 6 minutes left here. 6:40 left here in this one here in the first. Shots 6-3 Leafs so far here. Matthews now trying to bring it up here. Probably will dump it in here, and he will. Right up to Allmark.
Flick it on goal. That was actually a smart move. Get it on goal.
Did he mean to do that?
I want to say yes. You know what? Seeing as he had a bad game last one, I want to say that was a good one to get that offensive zone face-off, because now you could go back and kind of with JT, Nylander, and Patches, and we know how well Nylander's playing right now. He's already set up a few good plays with a few good looks that could have gone in the back of the net.
For sure.
So at least I think that looks like the Nylander line. No, that looks like.
Also, thanks, Darren. Appreciate it, guys. And thanks to the Sound the Siren, guys.
Appreciate it, guys.
Right. Okay. Sens win it here. Bring it back.
I think this is a fourth line shift.
Is it? Yeah, I think it's a fourth line shift. Yeah. Yeah, for the Leafs, yes. Both sides, actually. Third, Domi. Yeah.
Oh, no, I saw 4, and I'm like, wait, I really can't tell. That's the fourth line. I thought I saw 6, but it was not that. And again, that's the power forward game that I want to see Bobby do. Get that inside edge. Win those battles.
So far, I'm seeing the bottom six of the Senators. I feel like has been playing a little bit better here compared to the other bottom six for the Leafs.
Yeah, I will say that
they're
for
just
the third line,
they're controlling pace here. They're controlling the puck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just feels like that so far. Go ahead.
Third line, I agree, because I think that's the main Achilles heel compared to the rest of the lineup for the Leafs. But I think even if you consider it, the fourth line kind of acts like that third line where they are getting those chances in offensive zone time. So I think that if you reverse 3 and 4, it's possible that they could be the third line as opposed to the actual third line. And not a good look for Nylander there to shoot right at the stick or skates.
Going to go back the other way here. It's going to be Giroux here. First line up. You got Kachuk there. Stützle. Oh, trying to find Brady there. He can't. Giroux takes it back. Dumps it in again.
Mm-hmm.
Man, oh, man. You got to be concerned, like, and be careful, too, right? Like, I mean, you've seen the shorthanded goals. You've seen, like, bad passes here recently for the Leafs here. And like, again, like not a bad pass necessarily from Nylander, but again, off the rush, that first line for the Sens can be really dangerous off the rush.
Yeah. You really got to be careful because even if it's like one of those shots that you think you got a good lane and that and a body comes in the middle, that could easily bounce the other way and create an odd man rush. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Do you have a round 2 prediction right now? We have one round 2 already matchup set.
So because those are the only 2 so far that I picked, and that's my second round matchup. My second round is Washington. I did pick Washington over Carolina.
I have Carolina in that one.
Interesting. Because I feel like because of the goaltending, I feel like that's always been their issue towards the end.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe they do win one, but I can't see them going far. I picked them to go far previously. Even last year, I thought they were a better team than this year's iteration, and that kind of burned me. So, and also Washington, I think that with Ovi's $8.95, I feel like they're going to be riding high. I think they want to try and do a little bit more.
I agree. Congrats by the Canes guys are having Pierre Maguire on tomorrow for Canes Caps preview tomorrow. That's exciting. Go check it out.
That's an awesome get right there.
That's a huge get. Okay, here back in the Leafs zone, trying to get it out here, and they can't. Sens keep it in here. Chance in front for Zetterlund, who has been fairly quiet this series, right? Zetterlund?
Fairly quiet, yeah. When they brought him in, I think they expected him to try and be a little bit more in the top 6 or possibly push that spot. But yeah, he's been very, very quiet as a result.
Oh, just missed wide.
Good
chance there for the Sens to just go wide here. They're going to break out here. Line change. Leafs finally get it out here. Close to 3 minutes left here. No score here in game 6.
It doesn't feel like there's only like 3 minutes remaining. It feels like the game just started like, 20 minutes. I mean, it did start 20 minutes ago, but it feels like it just started like 5-10 minutes ago. Yeah, we're nearing the end of the first period, and Storlar's looking to try and get in someone's face right there. Get in that grill. If that was really Greg, you know that they got the beef going.
Of course they do.
I thought Bobby McMahon needed to have a better performance. He's been quiet. This is by far his best game along the boards, getting that advantage, getting that inside track. This is what I want to see perfectly from him. And Domi strips the puck.
Can't get anything there.
Shabbat regains control. He clears it out.
Yeah, he gets it out of there. Just under. Yeah, it's been a weirdly quick first period.
It is very quick. Not a whole lot of whistles too.
No, they've just been letting them go here. I kind of like it.
Nylander bad pass. Somebody over.
Just lose somebody up their Stützle. So they'll gonna go with Brady here. Chance Stützle.
Quick counter. Go the other way.
Trying to, they can't. Giroux finds a way to regroup here. Stützle has the second best chance of this game here so far after Pacioretty hit the post.
This is the problem with Nylander at times. He tries to do too much and he's trying to be too fancy and cute. Again, you can't feed it like that. You can't do that.
You have about 3 guys deep almost here. Like you got to make sure you find a way to get up a little bit, right?
Travis Green does not look happy, so
it
maybe it
feels like penalty, possibly, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's not happy. Yeah, Brady's going to go to the box here, it looks like.
Listen, I know we shouldn't be reading lips, but those were a lot of F-bombs in a short amount of time.
F-bombs. Stützle should have gone to his backhand there as...
Yeah, I mean, that's interference. Like, he just bowled him over.
Late.
Come on. He's nowhere near the play.
It's pretty late. That's a pretty
It
late
is a late hit. Puck was nowhere near him, too. Like, come on. And that, not only that, Carlo was in a vulnerable spot, too.
Yeah, it's a pretty late hit there. Okay, so with that, Leafs are going to get a chance here now on the power play with just about, I think, like bang on 2 minutes left, right? They're going to have 1:59 here left in the first. Well, they will have 1 second to start the second period here if it goes that far here. But the Leafs will have a full 2 minutes here to end this first period. And this is going to say a lot here on this power play. This is going to say a bunch.
It was the reason why they lost the game last time, or, you know, it led to that insurance marker. Got to be better. Got to be smarter. Just got to, I can't add any more
gotchas,
any more gotchas into that. Like, simple as that. I mean, be smart.
Just get
those open lanes set up. But when you're making those passes, be very hard and crisp about that.
Yes.
Again, when you make those floater passes like up to the middle, right to them, and Mitch Marner's, I love the 5 forward unit, and I get Mitch Marner's more of the defensive-minded player on that because he is serving as that quarterback.
Right.
But when he's the only guy there and it's a forward, and 2 forwards are coming at you, they're going to play that perfectly every single time. So we will see what happens there.
Stupid Yahoo. Okay.
Oh, God damn it, man.
Shit.
I thought we were in sync too. What the hell?
We're in sync. I meant the scoreboard here. Sorry, I meant like the stream.
Berube with direct, battle, hustle, compete. We're all with Berube with these words, right?
Yeah, I think so. All right. Well, we know what's going to happen here, folks.
I wonder what happens next, guys.
Oh, God damn it. Well, I'll refresh it and see if, like...
I will say this. I don't know. We don't know who scored. I don't know what happened. But I'm glad it was another quick goal off the power play, and we'll see who gets the goal right now. Good entry by Matthews. There we go. Okay, Matthews regains his own. Nylander. Pass. Good shot. JT, Nylander down low. Throws it back to Matthews. Matthews to Mitchie. Mitchie to Austin. What a snipe. There we go.
Oh, just bottom left there as it is. Austin Matthews who opens it.
It wasn't top corner. And the guy that led to that insurance marker redeems himself right there. That is absolutely perfect on Austin Matthews' part. And it wasn't the highest. It wasn't top shelf. It wasn't the hardest shot, but this is why Austin Matthews is one of the best goal scorers. The way that he could deceive with the speed and the location of his shot, it just got in there. But look at that, net from presence by Nyes. Oh, he was going the other side too, and that just opened it up.
He meant to do that, I think.
He thought he was passing, and then that little opening happened as he threw it on net.
That's tough. That's tough for Brady.
This is a good start.
For Brady.
Tough for Brady. You can't be made. And this is where maybe that inexperience is starting to show. I get he's intense. I get he plays with that edge. But that experience may start to show and is showing right now because of that, penalty. But this is what you want if you're Toronto. You got that advantage with a power play goal. You're up in shots. It's been a little bit back and forth, but you had quality looks and you scored a late power play goal in the period. And usually those are the goals that don't sit well with coaches.
Yeah, that's not going to sit well here with, especially with Brady and maybe Travis Green here, but you got to make that call all day long. And all of a sudden, at least take a late 1-0 lead here in the first after what's been a pretty even keel here so far. It's far from over, don't forget, but definitely a good start there for Toronto.
This is the start you wanted. Again, we talked about wanting to get that lead. This is basically where the experience of the Maple Leafs, despite no results, could be a factor, and that's a big one. So the fact that they got a 1-0 lead right now, 20 minutes in the book, you got to keep that pedal to the metal. You got to keep focus. If I'm Berube, just keep harping on them and instilling their game plan that's made them successful to this point, because that's a textbook period right there.
Well, there you have it. All right, first period in the books here. It was that's a great goal to watch just as a fan, just because you see like that's exactly what he meant to do, right? Like that's crazy to see that. So
just a little bit of a weight off our shoulders, because we know that there's still a lot of work to be done, but that's just, again, perfect response. And before we cut, I'm just playing that scene from Dumb and Dumber with Harry, and he's just like, just when I thought you couldn't do anything dumber, you totally redeem yourself. Basically, it just goes out to that. Austin Matthews redeemed himself with that power play goal right there. And I think you saw it on his emotion right there. He wants this. And I think the team wants it.
Well, we can't speak too soon either, right? We can't speak too soon.
Absolutely not, yeah. But all right, good start nonetheless.
Great start. Let's take a bit of a break here. We'll run 2 commercials here, and we'll come back and do our first intermission and get ready for the second period. All right, we'll be back on the other side, folks.
Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts. With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time. Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts. With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
Alrighty, welcome back, folks. And the story so far of this first period has been the scoreboard again. it still shows that the Maple Leafs scored, even though the period is over.
I mean, if they want to keep score goals when it's intermission, I'm all for that. Just run up the score right now, because man, it seems like that may be the only thing. But again, just going back to that penalty, I mean, Travis Green is like dropping F-bombs left, right, and center, but that puck is completely gone. Kachuk is just charging right after him. You see his face right there. Like, come on, that was textbook interference right there. I don't know why you're complaining about that, but Like if I'm basically saying Tavares needs to
There's
do a
been
better
worse.
job of keeping his stick in control and not get a high stick. Like, come on, just be reasonable with the calls at this point. To be honest, those two penalties were warranted. Could you have had maybe another call or two? Maybe, but that's probably like ticky-tacky kind of thing. But those two were definite penalties right there for both sides.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a surprise there. So on the goal there, it was Matthews and Marner with the assist and Nylander with the assist as well here. Update
the big four right there.
Update in the other game, we got Vegas leading 1-0 over the Minnesota Wild there in the other game 6 as well. No idea who scored in that one, actually. I'm gonna look.
Let's pick it up.
See,
right here.
it was Shea Theodore. Yeah,
power play goal. Victor Olofsson and Jack Eichel.
Mr. Eichel as well. So Vegas leads early in that one, 1-0, and then we got two other game 6s tonight as well. 9:30 Dallas and Colorado, and LA and Edmonton at 10 o'clock tonight. Nerves are going down a little bit.
I was just about to. Sorry.
Yeah, nerves are doing okay right now. Like how we feeling?
Now that we have a 1-0 lead, and I was just about to say this right now, I can't remember the last time the Maple Leafs have had a 1-0 lead in a period in basically an elimination game, whether it's like 5, 6, or 7. I'm drawing a blank. I'm pretty sure there's been one instance, but it was very short lived. So let's hope that the defense holds up. They're still smart with their puck management. They're still smart with their decision making. Because that, to me, is going to be the key factor right now. You already ended it on a high note. Keep the momentum going because they have sat back quite a bit in the second period. You can't do that now.
They did lead 1-0 against the Bruins in Game 7 last year. So I'm not saying anything, but it's still far from over.
We all know how that ended.
Yeah, we know.
I will say this too. I feel a little bit more confident with Anthony Stolarz in it than, let's say, Ilya Samsonov. Because that floater of a shot from the point by Hampus Lindholm, there was no way in hell that puck should have gone in. I feel confident with the way that Stolarz has played and the amount of saves, or not the amount of saves, but, Ottawa did have some pretty good looks. He stood tall. And that, to me, is the difference maker right now.
So, apparently, there was a mistake that they had Alex Nylander in the lineup over William Nylander. Prior to the game, if official notices that a player is in the uniform but has not been included in the official game report, the referee shall bring this to the attention of the offending team so that the necessary correction can be made to the official game report. Oh, man.
Wait, what?
You'll see it. Oh, sorry. I think
There's no way.
Yeah, you'll see it on your end in a minute. But they had the Game 6 report, the card that they bring out to the players. They accidentally had Alexander Nylander in the lineup over a scratched William Nylander.
That's got to be a typo. That's a typo. There's no way.
It is, but there is the rule where if so prior to the game, an official notices that a player is in uniform but has not been included on the official game report, the referee shall bring this to the attention of the offending team so that the necessary correction can be made. So it's an accident, it's a mistake.
Thank God.
With no penalty assessed, yes.
Especially in this situation, you have the two brothers there. There's no way that they would purposely put Alex Nylander there over William. Like there really is no way in hell.
But also,
I was at one of the games that Alex Nylander played. He should not have been in the NHL at that point. So,
but also, he, with Alex Nylander, with the game report that they showed there, whoever did that.
I was about to say that looks like a sheet that the NHL actually printed off. Like that looks like
I think it's for the referees
lineup. Yeah. That looks like because that's an NHL actual sheet, and I'm pretty sure they probably got confused with that because there's no way that Berube would put Alex Nylander in. He probably put 88, and they saw the two Nylanders. They just saw one. I hope it said no penalty will be required. Thank God, because if he has to exit and leave the game, I'm like, Jesus, like this is not something you'll want at this point.
Could you imagine if there was like a rule that went behind that? They were like, oh, sorry, you had this guy in the lineup. He's got to be out of the game.
You thought that Vancouver riding after the Stanley Cup Finals was bad?
This would be
Toronto
10
didn't
times
even make the
worse.
Stanley Cup final, and I think there would be a massive uproar if that ever did happen.
I'd be scared for you going to work.
I ain't going to work.
You're like, nope, I care for my safety.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Wow.
Way to give me a little bit of a heart attack. Way to get my heart going there a little bit there, man.
Well, I just saw it and I was like, what?
Part of the intermission, and I think you may be ahead of me right now.
No, I think I backed it up a little bit, so I should be okay.
Oh, you
We'll
backed it
figure
up.
out
Okay,
what's-
okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Oh my god.
I was about to say, if we're off sync, I can't remember like when that would. Has that even actually ever happened? I don't think they've actually kicked anybody out or given them a penalty.
Let's find
'Cause
out. Now that's in the rule book.
Go to the trusty Google machine right now.
It's in the rule book, so I can't imagine.
And
that
it said
being-
no penalty will be assessed.
What do you type?
But you know there are people out there just trying to find the loophole, just like with the salary cap kind of thing.
I don't even know what to type. I feel like I have to do the stupid way of typing this. An ice hockey player. Not on. What do you even say? Like not on official lineup
game sheet.
card mistake. I don't know. I don't even know what to put. Yeah, so if a player is mistakenly listed as a scratch on the official lineup card and then plays, it can lead to an ineligible player penalty, and this typically results in a 2-minute bench minor penalty being assessed to the offending team. The penalty occurs because of the submitted lineup, blah, blah, blah. They updated the rule.
Yeah.
They updated the rule. There is an example of it.
Okay.
So,
which was the most recent example?
In 2017, the Sharks had Mirko Mueller mistakenly listed as a scratch on their lineup card, but he ended up playing. The officials caught the error and he was ruled ineligible, resulting in a penalty. So he ended up playing.
I would want to see. So it has changed since then. I would want to see what Berube had on his lineup card. If he had 88, that is error from the NHL, and there should be no penalty. That's what I would want to look at too.
The Preds got it in 2021 when they played the Seattle Kraken as well too.
Actually, that one I kind of remember.
Yeah, that was with. That was this year. My mistake. This year, Nashville's Steven Stamkos was supposed to start instead of Philip Forsberg. They got a 2-minute bench minor as a result.
Yeah.
So that was this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Again, I'm hoping that if they see that Berube's card had 88 and he submitted that to the NHL, then that's the error on the NHL.
Yeah. Yeah. You would think
because I'm thinking that those may have been error on the cards before they submitted it, and then they changed it up afterwards.
Because it would be on the referee to then.
It should be on the game and game officials controlling that and going through the lineup. That's how I would interpret it. But the NHL.
What a scary thing to bring up in intermission, though, man. Holy crap.
And imagine if that's the penalty that, could.
But he would still play. Like
he would still play.
But yes.
If that turns up and ends up being a penalty, again, I cannot foresee Berube making that big of a mistake.
God, I couldn't either. Let's see what else we got going on here from Danelle. Why the Devils lost the series? The injuries were part of it. The loss of the series was part because the special teams also did score a power play goal. Yeah. Going 0 for 15. That's
not having Jack Hughes did play a factor with that.
And not having Jack and Luke Hughes.
I will say this. I did watch that game where, what happened? Player went into the net.
Oh, Meyer.
Meyer went into the net, and I think Markstrom tried to whack somebody, but he whacked his own player.
Yeah, that was game 1 or 2 or something like that. Yeah.
I saw that. Right. I'm like, man, that is a bad look. But yeah, that's kind of.
I was going to say, did you see the one in game 4, I think it was? They showed a replay of it where Meyer crashed into Anderson, and that's how he got injured.
Yeah.
And people were flipping out about that apparently too. Yeah.
I will say that Markstrom accidental slashes reminding me of I think it was Keith Ballard on Thomas Vokoun.
I think so.
like one of those accidental ones, but then again, that's the playoffs, man. You can't be doing
is.
that. Even if you are trying to take a shot at somebody that injured your player and someone else is coming across and you hit your own guy. Like I know they're teammates. I know it'll probably be, water under the bridge at some point, but it's like I would probably go down and like, dude, listen, come on, man.
Like, come on, guys. Like, what are we
come
doing
on
here?
Let's get it together. We're not the enemies here, right?
It's okay. We have, as a Flames fan, we got the Devils' first round pick. So
there you go. That's perfect.
Ha.
I'm curious to know what that pick may be like. Because the draft lottery, I think, is next week.
They said that Thomas Harley was an 18th overall pick, so there's potential. There's certainly potential.
It is the 18th pick.
Yeah. So, okay. So with the lottery starting on Monday.
Let me go to Tankathon for a quick second.
The lottery starting on Monday, there's only two things that can occur. The Rangers have their pick right now. It's top 10 protected because the pick went to Pittsburgh after JT Miller went to Vancouver, Vancouver to the Rangers. The pick from the Rangers went to Vancouver, and the Vancouver used that pick to acquire Pettersson and O'Connor, I believe, from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So the pick is right now with Pittsburgh, and if it's top 10 protected. So if the Rangers get into the top 10, they keep the pick. And then they can defer. And then the other stipulation is if Montreal is at 16 right now, if that pick goes into the top 10, Calgary gets that pick.
Ooh, if that pick does go into the top 10, looking at Tankathon right now, their mock draft has Calgary or Montreal taking Keyshawn Aitchison. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am a big Keyshawn Aitchison fan right now. If he becomes a Calgary Flame, I'm just going to tell you this. I think he had the most game-winning goals out of everyone in the OHL or amongst defenders in the OHL. And I think he's had like a couple of like I think all of his goals were like beauty snipes in 3-on-3 or like in a game-dying situation. And he stepped up. So if you want a gamer, Keyshawn's your guy.
Those Barrie Colts aren't doing so hot in that.
Not Eastern right now, no.
Final.
Yeah.
They are not doing so hot.
We're looking at a London Oshawa rematch from last year.
I know.
That's definitely going to be fun.
Barrie's up 1-0 in Game 4, but Oshawa was up 3-0 in the series. I didn't expect Oshawa because they were a 4 seed.
Yeah,
that was surprising.
I was about to say, who got the goal? Cole Baudouin got the goal.
Yeah, Cole Baudouin.
Hey, Cole fan.
Feels like I feel like I see Medicine Hat because of Gavin McKenna out there. Medicine Hat would be sick in the Memorial Cup, and then I feel like London's just going to win the OHL title again.
Mm-hmm.
Like that wouldn't surprise
honestly
me.
If I think it would be a dream to see Medicine Hat versus London, where you have like a well-balanced team in London, but a future generational talent in Gavin McKenna, just absolutely torching teams right now. That would be interesting, and that would be fun as hell.
So we have a decision to make here. Do you want me to leave the scoreboard off?
Considering how it kind of ruined the momentum last time.
I can leave it like this. I have no problem. We can leave it like this. I have no problem right now. Okay, let's leave it.
Maybe at some point, maybe Yahoo gets it together and they don't play spoiler alert.
Yeah. Okay, let's leave it like this for now and see what happens. So puck drop about to start here for the second period here. And the Leafs executed on the power play beautifully to start the first period. We're underway here in the second period. Here we go. Marner dumps it in. Early start here for the Leafs in the O-zone. Marner trying to pick it up here again in the corner. He can't.
I will say this. The difference in Mitch Marner's game from last postseason to now is he's starting to throw the body a little bit more.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit. And I know he's not the most overly physical guy. I know that's not his style. But there are times where he's being a little bit of a pest. And I am all for that right now because Mitch can't be afraid. And there have been moments where he's been very, very afraid. Nylander goes in attack, goal!
Scores!
Let's go!
William Nylander picks it up and the Leafs up 2-0.
Big snipe from William Nylander, happy birthday, actually. This is William Nylander's birthday. So,
okay, the big boys 2-0
lead. You go. Perfectly executed shot and just very smart on the breakout right there. Really, I don't know, kind of a bit of a broken play. Pacioretty is about to go in. Nylander regains it, just fires it down low. Again, low blocker side
Jensen,
on
man.
Ullmark right now.
Nick Jensen, I know it was up in the air.
Oh, that
gotta
went
get rid of that puck
through
quicker.
it.
Oh,
That
it
went
just got
right through.
over
That is a
over
big-
over the pad. Yeah.
See, thank God that we didn't have the Yahoo scoreboard up there.
Okay,
there you go. So you know what? We got to keep it going.
I think we're keeping it like this.
I think we're keeping it like this. So not only did you get a goal to end the first period, you got a goal in the first minute and the second. Those are deflating moments for anybody. And now Toronto has an advantage where you get to keep the pedal to the metal and put a stranglehold on this.
You've got to find a way quickly here, right?
And Patches does get a helper on that. So that is a really, really good sign for him. Good save by Stolarz on a 3-on-2.
Save by Stolarz. Okay, well, that's not an ideal way to end the first and start the second there for the Senators, as they're now down 2-0 here in game 6.
Which Pacioretty could have made it 3-0, just shot that wide.
Just wide there. Wow. Well, you talk about opportunities tonight too, and they're you got to execute on these opportunities, and that's exactly what the Leafs are doing right now.
I'm again 2 goals from your 2 biggest goal scorers right now.
Yeah,
this is why you're paying them the big bucks. This is why you expect them to pay the big bucks.
Of course, absolutely. All righty. How do the Senators regroup here, man? Like, you gotta now, like, I know there's still time. That's the stupid thing, is that there's still
plenty of time. I am not getting
time
ahead of myself at this point.
No,
you can't, especially if you're a Leaf fan. You know, if you're a Leaf fan, heartbreak is the worst thing that can happen to you.
Nylander's 13 points in 15 potential closeout games.
And I will say this, again, kind of a lull for the last 2 games, but Nylander was fantastic in the first 3. And even last year, when he came back, who was scoring key critical goals for Toronto? It was William Nylander in game 6. He was basically William Nylander 2, Bruins 0. He got the ball rolling with that 1-0 goal. And then everything kind of fell off after. So, again, this is perfect. This is what you want, and you got to keep focusing in on it right now.
Agreed. All righty.
And I think this is where I talk about experience because Toronto's made the playoffs 9 straight years. They don't have the results, but they have the experience. This is Ottawa's first go around. And again, not taking them lightly whatsoever, but this is where the inexperience is starting to show just a bit.
Oh, yeah, a little bit, but you still got to give them credit for pushing this all the way to 6.
100%. 100%. Honestly, when it was up 3-0, I'm like, this is kind of too good to be true kind of thing.
This doesn't feel right.
Doesn't feel right. And right now, Toronto has them right where they want. And this is just absolutely them sticking to their game plan. And right now, just trying to put pressure, winning those battles. Well, even right there, kind of a broken play, but the Maple Leafs regain it and they just throw it back in. Bobby McMahon goes in on the attack to try and establish something, falls down, regains the puck. And again, no quitting on that.
No,
bad shot by Benoit.
Bad shot by Benoit.
Yeah. Honestly, I just love to do those like long, like, you know, plays and everything like that. Here we go. Another 2-on-2. Nylander curls back, enters his zone, just dancing around everybody right now. Throws it again. You can't be forcing plays like that to the middle. No, if you're going to be forcing it to the middle, at least let it hit the boards or let it go to the board so somebody else could kind of pick it up.
Exactly.
Just throwing it up to the middle. And again, I love the fact that he took advantage of that shot, but he's got to be smarter. Got to be smarter.
Absolutely, he does.
I mean, kind of saving grace right there. Didn't amount to anything. Gets the puck out. Hopefully, it can lead to a change. Nice block right there. He's still out there. He needs to get off.
Get out of here.
Get that garbage out of here. Sorry, I just gotta throw in a little
get that garbage out of here.
Jack Armstrong there for a second. Big shot from the point. Loose puck. Get it out. Come on. There we go. That's okay. Perfect. Honestly, I probably should have been thrown in a little bit deeper, but I am not going to. There's Stoli. A little bit upset. That puck should have been a little bit down or should have connected in on a partial break.
So far, good game
Again,
for
it could have
Stolarz
been
so
a nice,
far.
but Stolarz is coming up big.
Yep. Great stuff from Stolarz so far.
I want to say you've made his life easy to this point.
Yep.
But keep it that way.
Almost 15 minutes left here in the second here. It is now a 2-0 lead here for the Leafs. Credit to Matthews at the end of the first and Nylander to be in the second here. Stolarz I feel like he's just on his game tonight. I don't know why.
And again, this is why I love the addition of Chris Tanev. I would have liked Chris Tanev like in his peak on the Maple Leafs right now, just like I would any other veteran that has been, a nuisance for the Maple Leafs. But the way that just retrieves the pucks and the calmness on the breakout doesn't faze him.
No,
does not faze him, and I absolutely love that.
I agree.
How's it going, Andrew?
And it shouldn't faze him, right?
Yeah. And I don't know what's going on over there. Bodies are flying right now. Again.
You wonder,
bad clearing attempt, Austin. Bad clearing attempt. Come on, get it out. Okay, come on, nice. Get it going in the right direction. Power through, get it up.
I wanted a closer game. I better not jinx myself and said, it's going to be like 5-6
I'm not saying anything. I'm basically taking this as if I am actually playing shift by shift.
Mentally, you're on the ice.
Mentally, I'm on the ice. I'm on the back of the bench right now. Just keep going, power through. That's my message right now. And I'm pretty sure Berube is just telling them, just be smart.
It's the mentality of it still being 0-0 all the way to the end, right?
Or even though that you have the lead, play like you're desperate. Play like you're down 1-0. And I think that's what's got to be for the Maple Leafs every single time, and especially basically the rest of the game. Never let your foot down, because one goal or one shot could change it all.
And all of a sudden the momentum goes the other way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Leafs have just absolutely dominated in the face-off draw tonight.
And that was the one thing too, where it kind of got away from them, like after one of the two games. The way that they're executing in the dot, winning those draws and regaining the possession quickly, that's going to help anytime, whether you're in the neutral zone, defensive zone, when you're getting that puck out, or in the offensive zone to regain that time. That's perfect right there.
Whew.
14-3 are the face-offs right now for Toronto.
Yes, 14-3. Yeah. That's crazy. That doesn't feel like it's been 14-3, for the Leafs in the face. And that's another difference maker, right?
I was about to say, considering how there were not many stops, or there were a good amount of stops, that does not look like it. I was about to say, I don't know what happened there, but it kind of looked like, okay, no penalty. Because it looked like the stick got stuck, or McMahon's stick got stuck in between the legs. And I'm like, the refs are probably itching to call that.
You wonder, if you're the Sens here, you got to get the top line getting more minutes out there. You got to bleed whatever you can out there here with these guys, right? Because that feels like that's the only line that's been going well for them tonight.
I'm just trying to figure out what the matchup is like. Who is the top line for Ottawa against? Because the Batherson line is up against the Yarncroke, Lorentz, and Lawton line, and this is why Berube can rely on them, because he could put them out against any line and they could still be a factor. So I know that Matthews is up against Pinto, and that's basically their third line. So is the JT line up against Brady and Stützle?
Yeah,
that's what I kind of think.
I think so. That would be my guess. Do you like that matchup?
Considering the fact that JT is just as strong of a defensive presence as Matthews can be, I do like it. It's just that, and you had the speed and skill of Nylander that can match that of Stützle, but
right.
I don't know. Well, the Tafar's line is out right now, so we can see what the actual matchup is.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Oh, Matthew's barking at somebody.
I just saw that. I think they're probably just like, and now you got Tavares here.
Going for offensive zone fate. Yeah, so it is Tavares against the Tkachuk line.
Yeah. Good win again by the Leafs. Another face-off draw, man. Nylander, well, you got to get it out here to start, guys.
Yeah.
Battling in the corner like crazy. Back out. Looks like that's Shabbat. Shot scores! Thomas Shabbat, and it might have been tipped in by Brady. And it's a 2-1 game. Oh, no. Okay. They got life.
That's the problem.
Lots of time left here. 12 minutes left.
This is why you got to be on top of them.
Well, we just said it too. Like, that first line's got to get going here a little bit. And even if it's just a simple tip here, apparently that's from what Bree celebrated there. He's got the one, and the Senators right back in this game. Was it tipped in front? I can't even tell. Boom, gets up. He goes right to the net. Yeah, he did tip it. Wow. Same sort of celebration from Brady Tkachuk compared to the Four Nations celly that he had. What a tip, though. Wow.
And again, 2 Leafs there. You're telling they should have had that. They should have had that clear.
They absolutely could have. All righty. How you feeling now? How we doing?
Oh, the nerves are back. That's not good.
They're back. Okay. Brady Tkachuk gets the Sens on the board, and we have a hockey game, folks. 2-1. Halfway through the second. Well, I didn't envision that being the first goal for the Sens.
Yeah.
Like the puck was clearly going wide. Great tip, though. I gotta give it Brady.
It
was a really good tip.
But again, this is the problem. You got to clear that traffic out. You've done a good job until this point. Mm-hmm. You lose track for 1 second, and Brady's right there. You know he's going to make a living in front of that net.
Of course. Yeah. Wow. So that was assisted by Shabbat and Claude Giroux. Get the assists on that one there. 12:24 to go here in the second. And updates on the scoreboard too as well. Minnesota has tied the game against Vegas at the end of the first period. Ryan Hartman right at the end of the first period gets the Wild on the board. It is a 1-1 hockey game there.
Well, all right. The one thing that I can say is you just shake that off and keep going.
You got to, man.
That's the one thing you can't let that rattle you.
No.
If anything, those 2 snipes from Matthews and Nylander should rattle you a little bit more than that deflection because, yeah, it's a bad bounce. It's not luck. It's unlucky. Mm-hmm. But you've been playing a good game and a sound game up until this point. So you just got to keep powering through.
Got to keep hammering through, man.
Yeah. Man.
Boy, oh boy, that's.
I will say this again. He needed to be one of their star players. He's been one of their star players. 4 goals.
Yeah, 4 goals. What was that? 4 goals, and he's got 7 points.
Playoffs. Yeah,
he's got 7 points so far in the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Puck goes all the way back here to Jake Sanderson as the Sens regroup here. Yeah, Shabbat and Giroux again with the assists on that one. Picking it up again here for the Leafs is Matthew Nyes, who dumps it right back in. God, he's got like the speed on him, man. It's crazy on Nyes.
He's got it, yeah. I think I may be a little bit ahead of you.
Oh, you might be? Oh, here, I'll just...
Because I have Mitch Marner going in. He tries to feather it through. Matthew Nyes is in the corner right now again. Yeah, I may be ahead. So
Matthews. No, I got it. I can go up and back. You stay there. You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Because I'm now at Holmberg entering the zone right now. I love Stützle trying to sell a call right there when nothing even hit him in the face. Like, and this is the problem. Like, okay, so we're around the same area.
Okay, perfect. Ref missed a high stick to the face. Oh, Connor coming in here too as well. Evening, boys. Just here to say hi. About to go donate some blood for the families affected. That's awesome. Nice,
man.
Good stuff, man. Enjoy your night, man. Appreciate it.
Have a good one, man. Stay hydrated.
Absolutely. Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
All right. Just about 11 minutes left here in the second.
Get it out. See, and this is the problem that I have with the fourth line. Domi with his clearing attempts are hit or miss.
Yeah, you gotta be mindful of that. Absolutely. Well, again, like the one goal just seemed to spark it, right? Like you get a little bit of momentum here going. To all the Leafs fans, please give us Game 7. I know one person who doesn't want that.
Yeah, no, Connor, no, man.
No, we don't want that. Man, aside from that tip-in, though, like, again, I don't think it rattled Stolarz that much, I don't think.
Nothing really does rattle him. That's the thing. Like, when there's something, like, even some of the goals that happen in this playoffs, he's just shaking it off and he's bounced back.
You got it.
I mean, late in the game, in Game 5, you really can't control that on a 2-on-1, but he stood tall. Like, he's played his game, and this is why Berube's gone to him consistently, because of the fact that, he's got a cup ring to his name. That's right. That's that. He's got the experience. That's important. Man, come on, let's clear it out. Got to head in the right direction. Bobby McMann chips in. Nick Jensen is going back. Crowds it behind the net. He's breaking out right now. Tanev down low, battling with Dylan Cousins. I got to make sure that I don't say Nick Cousins. Because
that name,
it's two different spellings, but you have Nick and you have Dylan. Like, their last name is Cousins, but it's spelled completely different. So
yeah, that's right.
I just got to make sure that I get the right name and the right player.
Also, Stoffel coming back in as well too. He's a Canes fan that was with us on what was that? Whenever Game 5 was 2 nights ago for Canes and Devils.
How's it going,
well?
Man?
What's going on, man? Good stuff.
Seems like it's just the Maple Leafs just chipping it around.
Oh, so we're in the halfway through the second, and shots are only 9-8.
Yeah, again, right? not a whole lot being given in terms of like quality. It's just like battles.
Yeah,
but again, if you're Toronto, that's kind of what you want. Maple Leafs have a point shot. Riley from the point. It looks like it went off somebody off the boards. Mitch Marner regains possession. Again, if you're trying to throw it on net, get it on net, not at the feet.
No.
And I think Mitch has looked okay. But again, kind of like Nylander, he's got to be good. Mitch Marner coming in, spinorama on net on Ullmark. Again, I probably would have liked it if he kind of shot that and maybe didn't try to do the spinorama. But yeah, that shot that Riley initially took went right off Stützle.
Shabbat's
right off the knee right there. Minute. Yeah, that's even with the protection, that still hurts.
Oh my God, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, that.
Oh
right
man,
the shin too. Again, the protection's there, but man, that still rattles your leg big time.
Oh, he's gonna have to get iced up. That's a tough one to take to the knee or the ankle, whatever it was. Oh, that one sucks. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm hoping for an exciting Game 7. Aren't a lot of people.
Everyone's just against me.
Everyone wants chaos. That's all we want. That's all we want.
I mean, hey, I don't think it's fun anymore, but
right at the shin pad to Tim Stützle.
Yeah.
Ouch. That one's gotta hurt.
I know he sold calls before, or he's trying to embellish, but that one sucks. That one hurts.
That one hurts. Embellished. He got rattled.
Big time. Yeah, I know. Well, no, I mean, there was that one, kind of not necessarily a flyby, but who was it? Lawrence is going for a hit, and then all of a sudden he jumps out of the way, and apparently that's a penalty. Meanwhile, he didn't even touch him. That's where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
But totally. No, that one, yep, that hurt. That hurt. I've blocked a few of those shots too, and that is.
I'd be done for the year. I'd be done for the year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Untie my skates. I'd be done.
We're not built like that, man.
No, I'm not built like that at all. I'm a wimp.
I will say this: 1 year in summer hockey, I did block a shot. My knee welted up at the end, but I played through it. And one guy tried to hack my leg, and I just sucker punched him, and he got all mad.
Oh my God. Oh, I have a story after. Yeah.
And because of that, he tried to act all tough. I wanted to throw down in the hallway after the game, and he just walked away.
Yeah, and you're like,
So
let's go.
you know what? He was still barking at me, and I'm just like, let's go. And the ref had to like throw both of us out because we were going at it. I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like I took my punishment. That guy was just still chirping. So I'm like, just shut up and go. Simple as that.
On the inside, it's like you're dying from that.
Oh, buddy, I wasn't even dying. I'm just like, hey, I'm ready. You want to keep talking? Let's keep talking. But
I have a quick.
I kind of felt like Brady Kachuk in that moment.
Yeah, you're like, let's go.
I
don't
kind of felt like
let's go. I played Monday Night Hockey this year, and whatever, you just throw like on a random jersey, black or white or whatever, right? And so we saw one guy come out. Okay, he had the flow of like Yager back in the 80s, right?
Oh, he
had a KHL All-Star jersey. Okay, and he's a big guy too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, and everybody's just staring at him like, oh my God, right? So anyway, we get to the game. I'm on this guy's team, and like puck gets out of the zone. Okay, everybody's got to get out. Instead of him dumping it back in, he like regained the puck like in the neutral zone. Doesn't he try to fire one on net? Meanwhile, I'm like 5 feet in front of him, and it just nails me right in the shoulder.
Oh.
And I was so mad at him. And then we get on the bench. He apologized to the wrong guy because both of us were wearing like the same jersey. And I'm like, dude, like,
at least he apologized.
I know, but I was like,
even though it was to the wrong guy, but
I was heated too. I was in the same boat where I'm like, oh my God, I want to kill this guy. Alrighty.
So, tense moments in front of the Leafs net. Stolarz had to do the snow angel. Again, Maple Leafs are getting very sloppy right now with their clearing attempts. Again, get back to it.
Oh my God. Oof. Okay.
You got to get that out. Get the handle.
All
right. Fourth line, pressuring. Or Yarkroak was pressuring Clevin right there. Akerell's back. Zetterland pushes it back up ice. Is that Matsapalo? That was a hell of a blast. 93.6. Jeez. One of those unsung stories with Matsapalo, basically with the call up, I believe he went to the Four Nations too, if I'm not mistaken, because Finland was.
I think so. He might have been at Four Nations for Finland, right?
Yeah, because they needed help. They were already suffering on the back end defensive wise because Heiskanen was down. Your top pairing, I think, was like what? Esselindell and Nico Mikkola?
Yeah, I think you're right.
If I'm not mistaken, but But he was named to the face-off roster. So you know what? Good story for him to this point.
Absolutely. Man, good chance there for the Sens.
I want to say good chance, but it's not holding up for me. I'm getting again. The blood pressure's kind of rising right now.
Blood pressure's up. The heartbeat is up again.
Pressure's up again. Win those battles again. The puck is loose right there. Get it? Like again, we're overskating it right now. We got to be smarter with that.
Just
kind of sounded like Porky Pig there for a second there because I was losing my words, my tongue, and everything like that.
Not Porky Pig.
No. Porky would not want to be a Leaf fan right now.
No.
And here we go. We got Simon Benoit skating into the zone right now. Travels behind the net right now. Again, bad backhand pass. Brady loses the handle. Thank God, because that could have been an odd man rush right there.
Not oh man, Cale Makar, Simon Benoit.
So I shouldn't say everyone is going to be like, are you kidding me? Like it's just a little joke because of the way that he's skating around. He's not an offensive defenseman. It's just the way that he's playing right now. That's, a bit of a surprise right now. Again, Stolarz steers that puck away. Domi's battling with Kachuk right now.
The old ABC wide world of sports, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, the human drama of athletic competition.
This is ABC.
It's your ABC, like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I mean, you made a good point. It's like we're halfway through the game, and it's only 10-10 on shots right now. So I want to say that they're busy, but it looks like they're busy, but they're not.
Also, like 8:30, and it's like around 5 minutes left here to go in the second.
Again,
Weird.
it's very
Carlo
weird. What the hell just happened there? Carlo's shot got deflected, at least regain it, throw it on net, and Ullmark is sprawling around trying to locate it. Again, good chances.
Great chance there.
Again, you now build off that. Off the post again, off the side.
I think it was just under his pads there, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Again,
good chance there. Okay.
Good chance, good rebound. Now you got to build off that. Ottawa's gained some momentum with that goal. They had their zone time. Now let's try to keep it up.
Despite having the better start there in the first, it's been a little bit more Ottawa here in the second, I feel like.
Yeah. I think after like about 5 minutes after that Nylander goal, then that's when everything picked it up. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I agree. Oh boy. Man. So I'm because I couldn't listen to Elliot Freeman at the break here. They were saying that William Nylander could have been removed from the game before puck drop tonight. He could have. Wow. Oh, that's horrifying. That's scary.
No, watch, the NHL is going to find a way and suspend him for game whatever after this.
Well, it's also not. It's not on him though, right? Like
again, that's what I don't understand. Again, and I'm just seeing this right now. The Leafs third line, Nick Alberga, third line is unplayable right now. Aside from Bobby McMahon, you can't play that third line right now.
2, 6, 8, 7, there we go. Okay. Do you really not have a lot of faith in that third line?
I don't. Not at the moment, no.
No.
I really do think they're unplayable, and this is why I was basically saying if it wasn't Pacioretty, maybe Holmberg or McMahon to try and get that third line going. Because at least he's got the speed, he's got the pace, he's got the shot. Holmberg is a defensive specialist at this point. You don't need that right now when you're trying to win the series. You have other guys that could do that. So to me, Holmberg is just out there to get into the lanes. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Domi's a liability defensively. You really can't rely on him.
Yeah.
So right now, I think you got to shorten that bench, and that's why I said that fourth line of Lawton, Lorentz, and Yarncroke is kind of more of a third line than that third line.
You've definitely got your roles here that you have to do, right? Even if, like for him, it's not going to be maybe a point production role, but yeah, if you're wanting to get in the lanes, break it up a little bit, break the rhythm here. That would be ideal.
And that's the thing why I think that fourth line is better, because they at least set the tone. Even if they don't score, there's something to build off of. You're not getting that with the third line.
Yeah, and it helps with Lawton back there too.
Yeah, and it only helps because McMahon is the only one getting in on the forecheck because he can skate like the wind. He's not getting any help or support whatsoever.
Like the wind.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like...
Again, another battle along the boards. Just time being killed.
Time being killed, yes, but you're also not... Like, you still have to press, right? Like
absolutely, yeah.
Still got to find a way. But it's just
like running down the clock in terms of like... And again, that's been the main thing. There we go, chip it in. Lawton now chases down.
If it stays like this, man, it's going to be a
Cousins tried to go for the reverse hit on Lawton, and he was prepared for that big time.
He was ready for it. Cousins has had a great impact on this series, too. Don't forget that shorthanded goal there in Game 5.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And not only that, when they acquired him, Clevin just clobbered Nylander right there.
Oh, my God. He just hammered him.
Yeah. And he's going, Nylander is seeing red right now. He just went after him too. Careful, don't take anything.
Oh, you got to be careful. You can't be doing anything, man.
If you do, just make sure you know what you're doing. And I don't think Nylander's the kind of guy to go after a guy and make a hit like that.
Right. Oh, here comes Nylander. Oh, he was going to be wide open. I think Batherson had him.
Benoit, shot goes wide right there. 91.8, man. He can rip it.
Oh, he can rip it. God damn. Leafs now. All the pressure now with the Leafs here.
There we go.
he
Mitch
fucking-
Marner denies. Oh, good shot.
Great
good
save
shot.
by Allmark.
Again, though,
Right.
you kind of follow that up with the fourth line right there. Again, he just got rocked right there.
Jeez. All right. We got
Nothing
a
wrong with that. Nothing
huge
wrong.
hit.
Nothing wrong with that as a little response there. Oh, that just went
Fair
off
because
his
he had the
post.
puck. I'm fine with that type of response, right? Like, if
Yeah.
you got the puck, don't go after him just for the sake of going after him.
Going
right?
after
Like,
him, yeah.
you can really tell it's
2:25 remaining in the second period right now. Top
been a
line.
really, really physical game here, though, so far. You can tell
Very.
because of the low shots on goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gains control of the puck, throws it on net.
Face-offs 18.
Saved by Allmark, and puck just skips over Morgan Riley. He recovers it, throws it back to Brandon Carlo. And before, Nylander got absolutely rocked on that hit, I was saying that, when they acquired Cousins, that was the moment that you knew that this was the year for them. They made a big move and they wanted to go in.
Yeah.
Like, it just didn't seem like, we're happy with where we were. We want to push further in.
Maybe not a big move on paper.
I think it was a big move on paper because they
Oh,
were
really?
locking up
Okay.
the middle of the ice. Yeah. Brandon
Yeah,
Carlo in,
but-
shoots. Good glove save by Linus Ullmark. And again, this is the D's defense activating right now.
Great save by Allmark again, keeping the Sens in this.
And speaking of deadline acquisitions, again, good read by Brandon Carlo right there. You would
Brandon
not
Carlo.
expect him to do that.
Hey, if the Leafs hang on here, it's Carlo and Marchand who go against each other. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. That
Brendan Carlo. Good chance there for Carlo.
Mhm.
Just
Again,
over a
Maple
minute
Leafs
left.
Hold that advantage in shots too, 14-10 at the moment.
Yep.
4 points and 50 potential closeout games for Brandon Carlo. And
Pretty
I
good.
remember, I think one of them was a really good point shot against the Maple Leafs because why the hell not?
Why not?
Why not? Right. But you know what? I'm kind of glad that we're getting guys that really, good opportunity. Nylander cutting in front,
Man.
deflected just wide. Kristanov loses control. No harm, nowhere. Takes the stick.
Gotta be
Blocks it
careful
up.
here. Oh. Gotta be really careful
2-on-1. Brady shoots it on net. Rebound goes wide. Calle Yarncroc, good job
Save.
to block it out. Regains
Oh, yeah,
control,
that's what I wanna
throws
see,
it
the-
back of the net for OEL.
That's what I want to see. The Thunderbolts logo, right? Keep the playoff logo there, man. Stop moving. Like, just keep it there.
Yeah.
Have it on the ice, God damn it.
Lawrence throws it up to Yarncroc. Yarncroc curls back, throws it behind the net. No one there. Lawrence goes in for the hit. Oh, good pick off by Yarncroc. Shoots, goes wide.
Oh man.
And again, this is the way to close it out. Great fourth line shift right there.
Yep.
You had your opportunities to ice a puck, and now you could probably counter out with maybe stacking the line of Matthews, Marner, and Nylander right now.
Yep. Especially, you ice it perfect. You get the top line out there. You try to make something.
Oh,
out of
and
it,
I
right?
love that. I love that subtle play by Nylander. Just throw it back, bank, try to get a bank shot. Probably the angle wasn't good, but good read there.
Nah, Ullmark's still got to be on top of that, which was good.
Yeah.
All right, we got 30 seconds left here in the second period.
Roddy throws it on
2-1.
net. Puck gets out. Carlos shoots it back in. 20 seconds remaining. Not a whole lot. Yep. Another race. So 11.
And it is going to be an
12
ice.
seconds
Yep.
remaining.
Another ice.
See what happens now.
Okay. So that's 12 seconds left, right?
12 seconds remaining. Yeah, another offensive zone face-off for the Leafs.
Yep.
I want to see if you could get this set play, get Riley to shoot the puck.
Because you have time, right? That's the thing.
You have
got
plenty
time.
of time right now, yeah.
See the older lady there with the big Ottawa centers?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Again, another throw on net. Get traffic in
On
front.
that,
Someone
good
be in
save
front of the
there
net.
for all mark. Yep. 7 seconds. You still have time to set up here if you can.
And again, I think the one saving grace is that you've been dominating the face-off dot right now. So if this is still that same face-off matchup, they're talking. They're talking.
They're trying to get something set up here. I mean, you still got time. You got OEL out there.
Mm-hmm.
You're treating it like a power play almost. I would send
Almost,
4
yeah.
guys out there. Why not? Right?
Mitch Marner. Oh, someone was there.
Gotta shoot it, man. Alrighty.
See, I know this says at the
Alrighty.
buzzer. But OEL, I think, shooting the puck at Greg.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
that's
know.
right.
I don't know if that's gamesmanship or not, but that was a nice little touch right there.
Did you see Dangles and the 2BC guys' reaction?
Not to be seen, I did see Dangles.
I saw Dangles.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say this. We have the right to feel the way that we feel right now because of 9 straight years of this team just basically not showing up. And now today, you have Matthews with a key goal. You have Nylander with a key goal. Now it's just a matter of bearing down and just playing to just get your foot over the finish line right now. I don't care how you win it, just win it. So like 9 straight years of just pure disappointment, 1 win. Everyone's going to feel, pissed off, basically. Every single fan and even the media. Like, the criticism is real because they haven't gotten it done. Now is the perfect chance where you're getting the results offensively. Now you got to get that W. So to me, they may be at the end of their tethers. They may be, just on another level in terms of frustration. I get that. But even the points that Dangle was making at the end, it was completely valid. Like, it really is at this point. Like, basically, Leafs Nation is basically Morgan Riley on the board right now, figuring out that he's got to pay the same rate as car insurance as that guy that just crushed the net. Like, we're like, come on.
I love that.
This is the perfect setup for me right there. I'm sorry. The way that it just came on.
That fit in really nicely.
That fit in perfectly for me. And you know what? Again, like, at some point, if they don't get results, everything's going to break. This will be the end. They can't do that.
Well, there was a bit of light there in that second. Sens find a way to pull themselves within 1 here, and it's still a hockey game here going into the third period as it is 2-1 Leafs.
Too close for comfort, though.
Still too close to comfort. Still a 1-goal game. Don't want to go. You want to avoid OT if possible, but you got to. I think for the Leafs, it's to find the insurancer. You want to know if the Sens can kind of keep finding a little bit more. What else? Like, what do they got left in the tank here? Right?
Yeah.
You got to be wondering what they have left in the tank. So. All right, we will take a break. We'll take some commercial breaks here, and we will get set for what could be the last period of the series. Or we're waiting for overtime, or we're waiting for the next game. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Can't wait, though. All right,
Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts. With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time. Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts. With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
Alrighty, guys. Peter's just getting set here as we're back here. Second intermission as we get set here for what could be the final period here of Game 6. Leafs do lead it 2-1 over the Ottawa Senators. So I just listened to Elliot Friedman. I wanted to hear what he said there in that first period about that William Nylander thing. So he basically said that somebody found out before puck drop. One of the officials found out before puck drop. Brought it to the Senators and said, hey, we got to fix this. They're going to go, okay. If nobody found out and the puck dropped, he would have been removed from the game.
So because the puck didn't drop,
yes,
that was their one saving grace.
Yes. If the puck dropped, then he might have been taken out of the game.
Because then the score box could have been like, hold on, Stripes. Come over here. We got a bit of an issue.
Yep. It was literally that close. He was saying it was like after they got off the ice. That's when they found out.
So after they got off the ice in warm-up?
In warm-up, excuse me, yes.
Okay, that's so good.
Close.
17, 20 minutes to figure everything out. So that's a good thing.
But still, it's like, holy crap. Like,
we never make it easy on ourselves, for God's sake.
Well, thankfully, it's good. It's fine. Everything's fine. So Connor mentioned here just before we went to break there. Truth is, even if you get it done tonight, you got Florida next. Do you want them a second time?
God, no. That's why I picked Tampa Bay.
Yeah, well,
I picked Tampa Bay because I know Toronto's had Tampa Bay's number, and I know that they basically eliminated them 2 years ago.
I don't know, like, if the Leafs hang on here, I don't know if it's a good thing to have, like, wouldn't you rather in a tough series like that start in Florida?
I guess.
Because you can take home ice back, I don't know.
But you have the home ice advantage right now, which is why the Atlantic Division was so crucial. Because now you get this is why in games 1 and 2, you had the matchup game. You could figure out who works best with everybody.
Right. Okay.
Whether it was Tampa Bay or Florida, you could put Matthews against possibly the Kucherov line because you know that they could balance skill with skill. You could match up your fourth line with the Nick Paul line because I believe that third line is still lethal. So in essence, I and also in a sense that you probably don't want the easiest matchup, but knowing you're Toronto, easiest matchup would probably be the best thing for you at this point. So I get you want the tougher matchup. I get you want to beat the best.
Right.
But if everything plays out, that would be, your next challenge right now.
Best case scenario.
You think there was only one game against Florida where it wasn't quite evenly matched, where I think Florida just dominated. Everything else, it was kind of close. It was just a special teams game. 5-on-5 was kind of even.
Right.
But I don't want to get too ahead of myself.
You can't.
You can't. They were 1-3. They were 3-0 against Tampa. But then again, regular season stats really don't matter.
No.
It means
especially in the second half of the year with Florida, like when they were just simply getting ready for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right. Like everybody
that's the standard.
Yeah. Of course, with Barkov, like who was hurt at the end of the year, Kachuk, who came back for the playoffs, for Marchand, who was hurt after the trade, right? And he finally slowly got his way back into it. Ekblad, with the 1-game suspension here, but now he's got time to rest. Like, it's a bit concerning to, I guess it's just, it sucks because if you were the Leafs here, like that's the part that's so frustrating, is that this could have been over in 4, right?
And you could have healed
would have
up
had
quicker.
so much time to heal and relax and get ready, but now it's like they kept dragging you back left, right, and center. And so it sucks to be in this spot, but you got to make sure still to get the job done, more importantly.
Yeah. I love this side-by-side clip of Matthews and Kachuk right now. You passed that?
No, I got it. I got it here. Yeah.
Okay. So that's side-by-side where they're both like barking and yelling. I'm like, essentially, that's what it's all about.
That's exactly what it's all
about.
That's
what it's all about. You got to push your team further right now. And again, the one thing that I will say about Toronto is in 1-goal games, they have shut down very well.
Yes.
But again, playoffs, different scenario, desperate Ottawa team right now who hasn't looked good the last few games where they have life. You can't sacrifice offense for your defensive play.
And they do have life going into this third. Like, that's the thing. You have lots of life still to give. Just to let everybody know, too, on Monday at 7 o'clock, just before 7 o'clock on Monday, we're going to be live for the draft lottery. So just make sure to get everybody's times checked here. We'll probably go live at about 6:45 for about half hour, 40 minutes, so we can do the lottery on Monday. I'm excited for that. I like the lottery.
Interesting to see who's going to have the rights to draft Matthew Schaefer at this point.
Do you think he's the consensus number 1?
That's the feeling going around right now. Even like in the second half, I think even like a lot of people that I've talked to, if he didn't suffer that injury at the World Juniors, he still would have been the top pick.
Okay.
100%. And I think even though with the injuries, he's had dealt with injuries early on in his career, when he is healthy, he comes back with a vengeance in a sense. Because I know that he had that stellar Hlinka Gretzky, had mono, missed a couple weeks, came back with over a point per game, goes to the juniors, looks solid, injured, out for the rest of the year. Now, I think Schaefer is the top pick, because when are you going to find a defender like him with the poise and confidence on the back end? But I would not count out Michael Misa. Dude just set records in the OHL, and he was
a great year.
Absolutely dynamic. Even to the point where I really like to play a Porter Martone. He's like Kachuk-esque type of player. I had him in my top 3. He's dropped, and Misa's vaulted him because of the way he's taking control of the game. Didn't quite have that effect in the playoffs. Would have made the U18 team, but I guess he's dealing with an injury. Yes. I think if he played in that U18 team or at the U18s right now, I think he could have cemented himself as a first overall pick.
So just to give you an idea, tier 1, there is only one player. It is Matthew Schaefer. So it's also going to depend, don't forget, because if you get a team like, I don't know off the top of my head with the first overall pick, but if you're not thinking defensive minded, then maybe you go look at like a Michael Misa. Tier 2 here, you got guys like Michael Misa. You got James Haggins, who's been highly touted as well. Caleb Denoyers as well, too, out of Moncton. Porter Martone was another one as 2 in that top 5 tier 2 type ranking here. And then international stars, Anton Frundell, Victor Eklund as well, too. Out west, you've got Roger McQueen. You got Jake O'Brien, who actually had a good year for Brantford, too. And then you have Keyshawn Aitchison there at number 10 for the Barrie Colts. And then the list goes on and on and on. Other ones that are kind of notable, too, here. Justin Carbonneau there out in the QMJHL. 6'1". He's had a great year. Goaltender Joshua Ravensbergen out of Prince George. He is 16th in the rankings there. So curious what type of team might take a chance on a goaltender there early in the first round.
Watch out for guys like Brady Martin, Braden Coots, and Cole Reshny. I know
I just got Brady Martin,
are a little bit further down, like mid-20s, but with their play at the U18s, they could vault a little bit higher up. And Brady Martin is just an absolute monster at this point.
They are.
So I was a big Brady Martin fan coming into the season. I thought he flew under the radar, but now he's put himself in a potential top 10 spot as well. So
Totally.
It's interesting that you brought up, depending on who's selecting, you could go D. I think whether it's honestly, if San Jose won it, if Chicago won it, if Nashville won it, even if Boston won it, even the Flyers, I think you got to consider Matthew Schaefer at that point.
Yeah, and I'll say that. And I was going to say that.
Yeah, too. Sorry, I just want to add that in.
Yeah,
in terms of overall depth on defense, they really don't have a lot. I know San Jose does have Sam Dickinson, but if you have Schaefer Dickinson on your left side for the future, that's done.
Huge. Yeah, because you mentioned like defenseman there. Like you have Schaefer number 1. The next defenseman isn't until Keyshawn Aitchison there at number 10. Mm-hmm. So like maybe it is a good thing there. It does then feel like, okay, the consensus number 1 could be Matthew Schaefer. And then from there, it's kind of a toss-up, really, right? Like if Boston ends up at number 2, like it wouldn't surprise me if they go after a guy like James Hagens there, like who played for Boston College.
Yeah.
Right?
If Porter Martone is there for Boston, I have no doubt that they would go Porter Martone because he's a Boston-type player.
That feels,
and I think in terms of defenders after Schaefer, I think you got to look at Jackson Smith or Radim Murka. I think those are the 2 ones battling for the next defender after Schaefer because no one's going to top him. Mm-hmm. But I honestly, Smith and Murka had a good showing head-to-head for Canada and Czechia at the quarterfinals. Canada came out on top, but both looked fantastic and both showed a lot of promise there. So I think it's going to come down to if you want a left shooting defender, he's starting to shoot the puck a little bit more, which is great, or a right shot defender in Murka, which is very tough to try and find. So it is.
Again, it's another draft kind of dominated here by the CHL. One name I'll bring up too as well, Brady Martin out of Sault Ste. Marie. I got a chance to watch him too. Kid's a stud. He's so quick with his feet, man. He's small and agile because he's only he's 6 foot, but that's still considered average, right? And he's only 178, but he just flies, man.
He's reminiscent to Jetlachenko for me last year in terms of play style, having a 2A game, but I think he plays with a little bit more of an edge. And that, to me, teams want that. They want a gamer, and Brady Martin is exactly that, especially built for playoff type hockey. So I feel like, again, I hear like maybe top 5 from Martin. I think that's a bit of a stretch, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that he could go into the top 10. 100%.
And it could change between now and when the draft does take place. I just want to read that at the top. This was from The Athletic, and it was just a short little paragraph here. Where it just says the 2025 NHL draft picture is becoming clearer as we approach June. Matthew Schaefer is the number 1 prospect, but the top of this draft isn't overall great, leading this to being a below average draft class. It's a strong forward group, especially at center, with several premium forward prospects. It's a poor defense group, though. The second defenseman pick this year would have been my 6th or 7th ranked defenseman last season.
Yeah.
So that tells you, especially with the guys that we saw last year, like Sam Dickinson, Zane Parekh, I got to say too, right? Like that's interesting how he puts it that way. And Buium too, who went like what, 12th?
Yeah. He went early as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, aside from like maybe the top 15 where you could have potential game breakers, after that, it's just more filling out your depth, but still like high energy type of players where maybe mid 6, bottom 6 is probably the best result for a lot of these players. And I totally get that. But when you're looking at guys like Frondel, Desnoyers, you're looking at 2 competitive top line centers that can make a significant impact for your team right there. And we are off on the 3rd period right now.
We have started. That's right. Thank you. Sorry, I was not paying attention.
We had some great draft talk there. And you know me, I'm always a sucker for draft talk.
It's a good way to kill
Marner shoots the puck wide off a great feed from Nysa in the slot right there. And again, if you're Toronto, a good start 30 seconds in right now where you had a high danger chance right there.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you can't do that, Jake. Can't do that.
Got to be careful here. So we're
lost
off
battle
running
right
here in
there.
The 3rd.
That's not ideal.
All right. Favorites currently right now, the Leafs. We got
Good stop.
DraftKings at
Good stop.
minus 350 here for Toronto, plus 270 for Ottawa here. Entering the third. Great stop there by Anthony Stolarz. Okay.
That shot went off the post and that went to the blue line. He had no idea where that went.
Oh, it was tipped too by Stützle. That close to tying it. You wonder if it's going to be a lot of pressure here now because the Sens have only had 12 shots here. Like, this is the time to like try and overwhelm them a little bit here. You got to have that sort of urgency here. Season's on the line here again for the Sens.
Half of that first minute, great opportunity for Toronto. Yep. Second half of that first minute, a really good opportunity for Ottawa.
Absolutely.
Toronto's just got to tighten up. I think even with the shots coming from the outside, there's still bounces that could really one tip in direction the other way, and it could go in. And that's what's scaring me right now.
By the way, too, still 1-1 in Vegas and Minnesota, just FYI. In case y'all were wondering.
Really hope Vegas comes through.
Me too.
There we go.
Still keeping a lot of pressure still here. There you go.
Yeah. Good clear out. Good clear out.
Good pad, and a great pad save there from Stolarz to get it out.
Yeah. I will say this. The way that Joran Crow came back, it was a slow start for him. I was about to say, are we getting offsetting minors? No, they're going to the bench.
No, they're just going to the bench, yeah.
No. Again, usually Joran Crow is a good 15, 20 goal assist kind of guy. Very slow coming back from his injury, but I love the energy that he's brought in these playoffs.
Me too.
So I again, probably want to see a little bit more, and I love this box out from OEL, not giving Brady any chance to get to the front of the net. That's what you want to do right there.
They really like that matchup, too.
Good chip out. Nylander to Tavares, lost the handle, throws it back of the net. Crunched there by Max Pacioretty with a big hit in the boards in the corner right there. David Perron tries to get the shot off in the slot. Blocked by a stick. JT has the puck now coming back out. Nylander taking his time, biding his time. McCabe missed the handle right there. Come on. He
gotta be careful, man. You wonder if the sticks are gripping a little tighter here now.
A little too tight. And not only that, puck is bouncing all over the place right now. You can't do that. Just get control. Settle it down. Don't want to force it in the corner there here.
Oh, right in front of the net. I guess you got confidence to throw it in front of the net knowing your guy's right there, right?
Yeah. Again, we're shooting pucks right at them. One and done. Can't do that.
Sens trying to regroup. Bringing it back. Right in now. Carlo dips it aside. They try to get out there. There's Nick Cousins right on Morgan Riley again.
Yeah, that was a big hit in the corner right there.
Good hit there great hit from Cousins there.
I don't want to say great hit.
Well, it was nice.
Puck down low. Maple Leafs top line back out right now. Good pressure from the point to keep the puck in.
Yeah.
Marner has the puck down low.
I still can't believe how low the shots are. To me, it's crazy.
Yeah. And again, Toronto had like one or two at the end. They took them away. So it's still back at even right now.
Absolutely. Mario just barely dumping it in there. Leafs regroup.
Good battle with Knives right there. Again, just got to win those battles. Win those battles. Get control.
No control. What the hell?
Puck goes down low. I will say this. I know it's very, high risk to make those quick passes in front of your net, but Toronto does it so well where I think they got that support and they trust each other to do that, but it's still a little bit of a,
careful. Yeah.
Two shots this period.
Again,
it's Toronto, nothing. Toronto's had their chances. They had their attempts, but everything.
You can't sit back, though, man. You cannot sit back.
Can't. especially a team like Ottawa, where there's quick strike on the offense. Tim Stützle trying to dangle in front. Again, they're lucky.
I would have shot that, man. Oh, I would have shot that.
Should have shot that. Yeah.
Yeah, he had so much room there. I would have totally shot it there.
The one saving grace is they're not giving Stützle a whole lot of time and space to work with. Players like he had to converge right there.
He had the space there. That's my thing.
Yeah,
like, they kind of had that chance.
They quickly collapsed down low, though.
Yeah, they did. It was a good chance there from Stützle again as Nylander breaks it out the other way.
Nylander's at the end of the shift. Shabbat is breaking out of his zone right now. Shoots the puck in. Where's
the puck? Is it in the
Where'd
bench? Where'd it go? Okay, come on.
It went somewhere.
It is. Oh wow, it went up in the air.
Somewhere. Usually when the camera's like going back and forth like that, I'm like getting a little. Where is it? I'm like, wait. Does the camera even know where the puck is? No.
Yeah, he should. I think you know why Stützle couldn't have shot because I think Carlo just got enough of his stick.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, Stolarz just got a piece of his jersey on that second shot there by Stützle.
Oh God, why are we playing the third line again?
Well, you got to roll 4, man. unless you want to try and roll 3.
At this point, I'm rolling the 3 that have been more consistent. Oh my God, throw me off the post right there.
What the hell is Allmark doing? What is he doing? You idiot. I feel like he hit the side of the net there.
He hit the side, but
oh my God.
What happened exactly?
Yeah, I would not have done that. That was dangerous. Just throws in the corner. I hit the side of the net. I think.
It hit the side, but the way that it came back out, if somebody was there, that's an easy tap and
that's
goal.
Easy goal right there. Like you can't be doing that for Allmark. If you're a goalie, 10 the goal.
And that's the thing too. Like, is that Allmark showing his inexperience in this kind of situation, or maybe trying to do a little bit too much?
Oh yeah, I guess because he was back up to what's his face, Swayman. That's right.
Yeah, but I mean, it was kind of like that 1A, 1B situation, but this is why having a 1A, 1B in the playoffs, not ideal. And Matthews just chips it in. He's going in 1-on-3 right now.
Oh, he was close.
Waiting for some time, feathers the puck over to Simon Benoit. Puck shot on net, goes wide. It looks like it deflected off in front, where Allmark got a piece of that.
You wonder, like, when it's going to start, like, being the Leafs start, like, you wonder if they're going to try and kill the clock a little bit here to try and get them to pull a goalie, because you feel like there's just nothing going for them right now here.
I guess, but
I don't know.
Again,
when you
have
going for them.
When you have that bounce, like, Jake McCabe with the slot pass to Calle Jarnkrok right there, just went off it. Shot off Scott Lawton. Again, that clapper right there is something from Scotty. In terms of going back to your actual question about like just killing the clock. I mean, when you have like those bounces, like Domi having there, just throwing the puck on net, I think you just got to do that. Just throw it. Even Ottawa's doing the same thing right now. They're just trying to throw everything on net. Here we go. JT gets it out.
12:58.
I'm curious. Is Artem Zub playing in this game?
I saw him in the first.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen. Oh, there he is, number 2. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I was about to say, I'm like, I've seen everybody, but I think maybe because of the camera angle, maybe I just missed them. But
right. Where'd he go?
Raleigh Carlo throws it on again. Throw it on net.
It's funny though when you say that. I was like, yeah, where is Zub? Because I saw him in the first.
Yeah. Nice read by Max right there. That looked a little bit dangerous. I thought that
was a good chance.
Allmark had no idea where that was.
Nope.
Again, this is okay. So this is probably the best shift that the third line has had to this point. Grinding down low, cycling the puck.
Keeping them in. Perron's been out there for a while now.
Yeah. See if you could try and get the cycle going for the Maple Leafs as well, where maybe you start rotating one player in, keeping it alive. And there's Austin Matthews right there. Shot just goes wide.
Oh. Benoit with a good chance too.
Again, he's feeling very confident with his shot at this point. So you know what?
Well,
Quick
he rips it
backhand up.
fast. Like
He does.
He rips it fast.
He does. And I'm kind of surprised how quick that shot went off in game 3. Puck goes down the ice. No icing. Again.
I think it might have been tipped there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if it was tipped.
Yeah, I mean, it got waved off, so it had to have been a deflection off of the center ice. So,
yep.
There we go. Going back to the fourth line. Oh, get out of the way, ref.
Get out of the way. Move.
Oh, my God. And you know what? Lawrence was not in all alone, but he was going in after that puck, and I think his skate just clipped the linesman.
I think it did. Yeah. Oh, boy.
There we go.
Just over 10 minutes to go here. Leafs lead 2-1 here in game 6.
And again, Toronto has had, great looks, nothing on net. Ottawa, good looks. I think maybe just 2 shots on net. And again, Toronto's just taking away the middle of the ice.
Yeah. And really not creating anything on the boards either.
Good chance in front.
Just tipped away by Brady. Trying to go the other way here. Oh, and there you go. Golden Knights, as Donnell says. 2-1 lead for Vegas.
I like that.
There we go.
Love that news, Donnell.
Love it. Yes, 2-1.
Another thing, too, I get nervous with the rebound control from Stolarz, but it seems like every time, at least it's in an area where there's already a Maple Leaf player to just clear it out.
Right.
I just hope that stays. There we go. Okay.
That was weird.
That's an ice right there.
All right. Just under 10 to go here. How we feeling?
I don't want to watch.
I can't do it anymore.
I don't want to watch. I can't do this. I feel like it's different compared to past elimination games.
Right. This feels different for sure.
The history. And I like what you talked about Dangle and 2BC. It's the history that makes us uneasy, that makes us want to throw up.
And him saying you guys not being a normal team. It's you guys aren't a normal team. Anything but normal.
Normal teams actually win and do the right things, right? At least 24-12 Maple Leafs are the faceoffs right now. So that's, and if there's a defensive zone, I wanted to say if there's a defensive zone faceoff, I do not want Max Domi taking that. Nope. Oh, and that's a penalty? You're going to call that right now?
Morgan Riley going to the box, and we have a power play coming.
Oh, I want to see Chief go off on
Ottawa
this.
With 9:27 to go. Okay. Well, Sens fans on their feet here. Going to see it again here. This was on Zetterlund. Yeah, you can't really tie him up like that. Yeah, that's a bad penalty to take. You're all over him there,
I will
frankly.
say this too, but again, there were probably some other interference. I mean, there have been some interference calls there. That was just a tie up in a battle to me. But
yeah, but at some point you just, it was too much pushing, man. You were the one taking the net off. You got to call it, man. There's battling, and then there's here, I'm going to throw you into the net.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough call to take. Okay. If there is any time for the Senators to get a goal on the power play, it is right now. Huge
PK
opportunity
needs to come
coming.
through big time.
Yep. Huge opportunity here for the Senators. The Leafs did such a good job, though, in that first period on the penalty kill. They basically own that power play. So you're kind of looking for the same thing here for the Leafs.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. All righty. Who's going to go out there for the penalty kill, you think, again, for the Leafs? Same unit, I guess, in the first?
Same unit. You're probably looking at Tanev McCabe to shut things down. And either if you're going Matthews Marner, at least Matthews for the draw, but Lawton and or Yarncroke.
Right.
That's probably who I would pick.
Probably the way we're going to roll here. Okay.
Yeah. And also, I am just going to say this. I would shorten the bench. I would not play that third line the rest of the way, the last 10 minutes. I think you wanted to get to this point, but I think you got to at least not play Domi, not play Holmberg. If you want to rotate in McMahon every now and then, but...
Yeah, you got to be careful, though, right? Wow, It is going crazy in Ottawa right now.
Yeah.
Game 6 tomorrow night between the Blues and the Jets, by the way, as they're showing here. 8 o'clock Eastern tomorrow.
Hopefully the Jets end it.
All right. I'm looking for
that was the first time we've ever saw Brandon Shanahan ever in these playoffs.
Oh, my God. All right.
There we go. Pressure.
So Riley
outside.
in officially for interference.
There we go. Oh, Mitch. There we go. Settle it. Get it out. Shoot it down. Good job, Mitch.
Gets it on from his knees. Oh, no. He gets back up and he gets out. All right. 3 for 14 on the power play this series, and it couldn't come at a better time here for Ottawa.
Again. Oh, you should get that out.
And oh, wow. Great way to keep it in. Batherson, I feel like, had to shoot that there. Oh, you can't have that, man. Come on. Oh, there you go. Keeps it in.
Oh, you shouldn't. Don't
Batherson
shovel it to
doing
Brady.
there? Come on.
There we go. Get it out. There we go. Oh, go Scotty.
Is he out of a break here? He's going to catch him.
Partial break, caught an edge, killed some time. That's that. Okay. Kill some time.
Good best case scenario there for the Leafs is they're killing time here on this power play.
The way that he lost that edge, but he quickly got up. I'm kind of okay with that. And again, Maple Leafs really. There we go. Nice break. Go, Mitch.
Oh, what a brutal. Again, like you can't.
It's okay. Just kill it.
Passes,
Just kill it.
man. Can't be making those passes. My goodness.
Just play keep away. There we go. Get it down deep.
30 seconds left here on the power play. Allmark. Shabbat. Just under 8 minutes to go here as the Leafs are doing a fantastic job on killing the penalty here.
Yes.
Giroux. Across. Breaks it in. Shot on net. Stowed aside there by Stolarz. Looking for bound in front. He can't. Nyes tries to get it out. He can't. In front. Okay. Shabbat to the side. End of the power play now. 5-on-5. Perron. He scores! It's David Perron! He roofs it on Allmark! And we are tied at 2. Oh my God, he roofed it on him. Oh no. David Perron roofs it on Anthony Stolarz. And we are tied. Oh no.
Never clear on your back. Oh, are they going to? Oh, they're challenging high stick. That was brought down with a high stick.
Did it hit his stick? That's the question.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see. I didn't get a good view of that.
They might challenge a high stick.
Oh, yeah. You know what's funny? I didn't even see that. You're probably right.
Challenge that.
You're probably right. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Prior to the goal.
Wow. Wow.
He was looking at, you're not going to challenge that?
They didn't challenge that?
Wow, that was a high stick.
Why wouldn't you challenge that? Well, you got to be careful, right? Because if it doesn't, I'd have to see it again. I'd probably have to see that again. Wow, I don't understand why you don't challenge that.
That should have been a high stick.
David Perron roofs it on Stolarz. No call there for high sticking. And we play on. How we doing? Doing okay?
No, not good. Because again, how do you let that go? Bad mistake from Knives going on your backhand, anyways. Just clear the puck out.
They're gonna make you wait a little longer here, Peter. The nerves starting to set in again in Leafland.
Yeah.
Very surprising that they didn't call that. They didn't even challenge that. I think you have to challenge that, right?
Yeah, I would have.
I probably I'd have to see a closer. I'd need to see a clip of it again somewhere, but I to me initially I thought it hit like when he had it up, I thought it would have hit.
It depends on where the puck hit. That's the thing too. If it
that's
hit
the
on
thing,
the shaft,
and
that's the thing too. But
I think you have to trust the fact that on their angle that they saw, they probably said, okay, it probably hit his arm. That's why they didn't call it a high stick. Okay. Well, it was a good job. It was a great kill, though, for the Leafs. Like, you can't take that away from it, but...
Can't.
Man.
But you never clear on your backhand.
That's also on Stollart's there because he's so low there. And Perron, you could see him when that close-up. I think he was looking at it the whole time.
Yeah,
he was looking at it the entire time.
Again, to me, it's just that clear.
It is the clear.
That clear.
Yes. Yeah. It was a bit of a softie, too, because you wonder if
again, yeah, he left that. That was complete. Oh, I went off his head.
Donk. Head and in. Oh, you're so lucky. Okay. Oh, my God.
Get to it.
Let's see if the Leafs can find a way to respond here. 2-2. Under 7 to go here in the third. Game 6. We knew he said it too, man. When it was 2-0, it felt like that you still needed more, right?
You needed more.
You absolutely needed more here. This is straight up cinema at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it feels like the next goal is probably going to do it here.
Getting the next goal wins territory.
You're getting very close to next goal wins, unless you're Edmonton and LA.
Yeah.
Remember?
I think that's the one series where it doesn't really matter.
That's right. Oh my God. Sanderson brings it in and he's offside. 6:05 to go in a 2-2 hockey game. Who's going to be the hero tonight? And it's right now, I think the momentum right now is all Ottawa, correct?
I mean,
is that fair to say? Or they are rocking here at Canada at the Canadian Tire Center. 2-2. Leafs have 16 goals against in this series, 10 in their last 2 games. What?
Yeah.
No, they had, wait, what? 16 goals against the series, 10 in their last 2? Wait, isn't that 6? That doesn't make sense. Sorry, 16 goals against in their last. Whatever. I'm going to leave it. I don't care. 2-on-1 here. Domi shot. Stop by Allmark. Oh.
Domi in front.
Just scored. Piece of it. Scores. Max Pacioretty. Oh.
Let's go.
That is a heartbreak for Sens fans. Max, the odd man that we all thought. We thought it wouldn't be Max Pacioretty, but he gets it. And the Leafs regain the lead 3-2.
This is why you play them. I'm not gonna make any more possible coaching line decisions or anything like that, but oh my God.
Allmark is gonna want that one back.
Domi with a great chip out in front, great traffic in front too. Who was that? Was that Pontus?
Yeah, might have been. Or was it or McMahon?
I don't care. I really don't care. Now you're up 3-2. Lock it down. Keep the pressure up. Now advantage is swung into your favor right now.
Well, we're still not in that. We said next
little slip up there from Sanderson. Matthews goes in, pressures him right now. Domi and Holmberg. So it was Holmberg that provided that screen in front.
Oh, that's a brutal goal to give up. Sorry, I'm like kind of pulling for the Sens now a little bit.
You just want to see me like.
I just want chaos.
Die in agony right now.
Chaos. That's all I care about.
Marner chips it in.
Man, Max Pacioretty. Who would have thought out of all the guys to score, it's Max Pacioretty?
Considering the flack that he's gotten the last 2 games where he wasn't slow, not doing a whole lot. Matthew Knies in front. Oh my God, Lawton off the post.
Great chance right off the iron. No goal. Breaking it
Okay,
out there,
but this
good
is what you
chuck.
want to do. Keep the play in that end.
Yep.
Keep the play in that end.
You got to,
And
absolutely.
also, I know the third goal got you that. The third line got you that goal.
Well, they're going
I
to
don't
roll
know.
it. Like, they're going to roll
They're
it
probably
3.
still going to roll it. I don't care. But at the same time, you got to shorten your bench right now. You got to protect that lead.
Yep.
And in the instance, take advantage of that empty net. Get it to, if they do pull it, get it to the center ice and then take your shot.
Yes, you got it.
No, none of these like shoot from your own blue lines kind of thing, because that's going to lead to ice and that's going to kill you.
Yeah, you can't put
Here we
yourself
go, Bobby
in a bad,
McMahon.
can't put yourself in a bad position. Yeah.
Bad angle, but shot down low, saves it, and offensive zone
Hallmark
face off.
covers it up. One more TV timeout to go here. Sens tie it.
That would have buried it.
Find a way.
That would have buried it.
That would have buried. That would have
That's
put
like the
the
third or
series
fourth
away.
closest game too.
Okay. Well, there's going to be a press here. There's still going to be a press here. 4 minutes. You still got lots of time here. 4 minutes. You got lots of time.
Absolutely. And the Maple, and again, like I said, if that Perron goal, I'm not going to lie, that was, again, just throw it on net. You don't know what could happen, but if you're the Maple Leafs right now, at least you could take solace in the fact that, again, your defensive zone killed off the penalty. It's just you got to be smart with your clears.
And there was a lot of traffic there with Patrick.
A lot of traffic, yeah. But no backhands, little chips off the board. Just play it safe. Play it safe. Don't go for their high-risk play.
Player safe. Knights lead 2-1 here, by the way, at the end of the second period here. Just an FYI.
That is a
wondering.
Good update.
Thanks.
No, I didn't. I mean, Jack Eichel from McNabb and stuff.
Nothing changed, right? Like,
I didn't want to sound very sarcastic. I'm like, great.
No, good job. We knew that already. Oh,
I mean, I already made a joke about, Leaf fans being like Morgan Riley on the bench. Maple Leafs are now like Keanu Reeves being nervous about a penguin walking on ice right now.
That's right. Oshawa, by the way, up 5-3 in the East.
Yeah, I mean, Oshawa's too stacked. They're gonna. They got some heavy hitters. I mean, they got a lot of drafted prospects. Some draft eligible as well. I really like Owen Griffin.
Too. That's right. Oh. All right. Season on the line here for Ottawa. 4 minutes left. What do you got?
4:02. JT loses the draw. Puck gets out. And I think I don't know if you're going to take that risk, but would Ottawa be willing to pull the goalie right now?
No, not yet. Under 2 minutes.
You want to try to get it to 2 minutes, but maybe you try to get that advantage, but it's still risky.
It's you got to get it to at least under 2 minutes here.
Max Pacioretty, Donnell. Sorry, I just saw that little update right there. It was Patches shot from the slot with a great pass from Max Domi, and who I've been complaining about all game comes up there with a clutch assist. So
clutch.
All right,
we're getting close to the 2 minute mark here. Keep an eye on Linus Allmark now. 3-2 Leafs here, looking to close this series
to the outside.
out.
Keep everything to the outside.
That first line.
Austin Matthews just pastoring Stützle right there. Just getting that stick in the way. Good job.
That first line is going to get absolutely worked now.
Little chip. Great job by Mitch. Great hand-eye to negate that icing.
And in about 20 minutes, yes, Stars Avalanche will drop the puck for Game 6 in their series. All right.
We are now
getting
2 minutes.
Very close.
Getting 2 minutes and 30 seconds right now. Don't let them make those backdoor passes.
That was close. I think it was Zetterlund there, who missed the pass there. Excuse me.
Chip it up. Oh, come on, CV, a little bit harder.
Excuse me.
There we go. Chip it out. Get it down. Get it down.
Just watch for the goalie getting pulled here.
You have to think because they have control. He's going to get pulled. He's getting pulled right now. So Linus Ullmark going to the bench.
Ullmark's
2 minutes remaining.
Here. 2 minutes, and there he goes. Sens are going to control
2
it.
2 minutes remaining. Now the pressure is on. Toronto's got to be very smart because the forecheck is on and Ottawa has control.
Minute 50 left here.
Be smart. Be smart.
Brady in the corner.
Throws it back to Sanderson. Sanderson to Perron.
Giroux.
Dishes it off to Brady.
I hear an oh my God. I heard it. Oh. Still somebody's you gotta shoot. Yeah, there you go.
Get it out. Go fight for it, guys. Fight for it.
Gets there and he does.
Battle it.
Just over a minute left.
Kill some time. There you go. Last minute remaining in the period.
Can they hang on? Oh my God.
Bodies are just flying all over the place. William Nylander goes it down.
Is it enough? No, he just misses.
Come on. What did I say?
Seconds away. Just misses. 38 seconds remain.
Oh, they got it. Tanev got away with a slash there.
Yep. You got her. He did.
Oh.
It's going to be Giroux and Tavares here coming up on the face-off draw, I believe.
Oh, God.
38.7 seconds remain in the Sens season. Leafs looking to hang on and punch their ticket to round 2.
Tavares 5 for 7. Giroux 2 for 5. But Giroux's on a strong side right now, so.
Shoot it. Sanderson. Oh.
I think you might be a bit ahead of me.
No, I'm still good.
Oh, Sanderson, shoot it. Okay.
I was just telling him to shoot it.
Oh, okay. Good block. Let's go, Willie. Let's go. That's it. Let's go.
There you go.
That's it.
That's going to do it. Good stuff. They survived. Peter. They lived to fight another day.
Through. Let's go. 2 goals from Willie. Goal from Matthews. Patches with the game-winning goal right now. 18.3 seconds left. Maple Leafs.
That's going to do it. What's going on, Becca?
Let's go.
Oh, man. That was a crazy third period.
That was a big shot block from Lawton right there. He better get an assist on that.
Jeez. Well, it was one mistake there.
Honestly, I think because they would have allowed that goal anyways because it was kind of like on a partial break.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's literally just finishing as we speak right now. As the Leafs hang on, they win in 6. They take down the Senators, and they're moving on to take on the Florida Panthers in round 2.
Scott Lawton, no guts and no glory right there.
There you go. Great series, though. Not the one that we predicted, but Leafs win in 6, folks. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic that I called 4-2. I feel fantastic that I called the Leafs in 6 in my pool, and this is absolutely fantastic.
Good stuff.
This is the big guy stepped up. Some key guys in your depth of the lineup stepped up, and yeah, this is big.
It's huge.
Big series win for them heading into their next win against Florida. That's going to be the big one. Now,
yeah, go ahead.
Again, take it game by game. You got through a tough opponent because this is the same matchup that you're going to see against Florida. The same type of play style. The physicality is going to be even more intense.
Leafs in Florida now.
I think just overall, now you have some rest because I think all the series have to play out first, even in the West.
They've done it before, I think, where they plan, like they get a game going in. Like if a game goes to game 7 on Saturday, they might have one on start on Sunday, let's just say, or something like that.
Either way, I do think that I would have liked the extra day off, but Florida just ended their series last night. Toronto just went one extra game tonight. So literally 24-hour difference between the games. I'm not going to fret over rest, but this is a good opportunity to rest up where Florida really doesn't have that advantage. It's one day. But you know what? This is now the real work begins because now you're going to.
Well, that's just it, right? Like the way I viewed it for the Leafs run is I never looked at it as the first round here. Like the point is that you were expected to beat this team. It got a little scary towards the end there, right?
But they didn't break.
They didn't break, yes, but you're expected to beat this team. Okay, great, you did it. Now the test begins, right? Like, you know, you want to be considered like elite. You want to be considered like one of the best teams in the NHL, like for the most part of the year. Now you got to go through. Now you got to go through the defending Stanley Cup champions, and they're looking better than ever, right?
Yeah.
So celebrate it tonight. It's important. You want to celebrate these because it's important, but the next day you got to get ready. Because it's still a long journey. It's a long way to go. And still good for them for hanging in there. Good for Patches to get that third goal. But there's lots of work ahead.
Yeah.
So,
and I will say this, after that bank shot off of Stolar's head, I thought, of course, that's the kind of bounce that would go the Sens' way.
Goes their
give
way.
Them life, right?
That's right.
That was absolutely... They followed that up with a strong shift in the offensive zone. I think it was like a minute or two after. And, you know, the third line, which I've been very critical of, and a lot of people have been critical of online, basically came through. It was Patches. And again, he's had a lot of playoff experience. He made a comment where, you know, you live and die for these moments, basically. You put everything out on the line. And again, last two games weren't great, but man, that shot really did him in right there.
By the way, you were right prediction-wise. You had 4-2. So you were right. Other guys had it close. We had a 3-1 Ottawa. We had 2 3-1 Ottawas, actually, from Jared and Sandell. I was close. I had 3-2 Leafs.
Yeah.
So here you go.
You were right at one point.
For a minute.
For about a good 4 or 5 minutes.
I don't want to count the empty netters. So, okay. I want to get your quick... Before we head out for the night, let's get our quick thoughts here. I know, like, you know, we just finished this series, but looking ahead, game 1 in Toronto, you got Florida coming in here. You got the Panthers coming in here. What are your expectations for round 2 now?
You got to match that same intensity, just like you did to start the series against Ottawa. You got to be ready for it and more. It's not, I mean, Ottawa's got some heavy hitters. Florida's got heavy hitters plus, basically. Yep. Like, not only that, you went through one Kachuk, you got to go through another. Number one. Number two, you got to go through the guy that has basically ruined your life for a good few seasons with the Boston Bruins and Brad Marchand. Sam Bennett, we all remember what happened when he did to Knies in his rookie year.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Oh man, I think
there's a lot of storylines.
There are a lot, and I think Marchand's relishing at the fact that he gets the Leafs again, right?
I will also say this too. Again, 2 years ago when our defense played against Florida, I am 100% certain we're better equipped this time. What the result's going to be, that's going to be a different story. And again, now we cannot look at one playoff series win over the last 9 seasons. Yeah. You could probably shorten that. We could probably do 2 playoff series wins over the last 2 seasons.
Yes.
Again, I'm going to try and shorten that to make myself feel good. But at the same time, again, like I said, the Stars needed to show up in a critical game. They didn't in game 5. They showed up in game 6. That they got to feel good about that. The team's got to feel good about that. And everyone basically has just got to feel good about their play so far. And even seeing Shanny right now, just a tap on the table.
Sure.
Seeing Matthews and Marner with that little handshake right there. You could tell that this is a different mindset coming in.
Berube's got to be a different mindset, but I just want to preface it again. Like, yes, it's great. You want to celebrate these small achievements.
Yeah.
But your goal here is to not get bounced again in the second round, right? Yeah. The last time you were in the second round, you won 1 game, right? So the point is to now it's a complete refocus because if the Leafs have a chance to win this series, it's gonna go 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Like, you're not beating this team in 4 games. You're not beating this team in 5 games. Like, you're gonna have to beat them in 6 or 7 here.
Yeah.
Coming
And
up. Yeah.
not only that, because of how well Florida can play, they could easily beat you in 4 and 5.
Oh, absolutely.
So
100%.
again, and I'm just gonna say one thing: if you can beat the champs, doors wide open.
Oh yeah, that is the telltale sign.
Doors
because,
wide
like,
open.
It is like that to me. Like, it feels like Florida. I comparing it to Carolina and Washington now. Like, it feels like Florida's the better team out of the 4. But you're right. Like, the door lights are completely open if you can get the job done, right? And the good news is you had that kind of shit kicking 2 years ago. Whenever the Panthers won it, right? 2 years.
I mean,
ago,
call it what it was.
Final.
Yeah, they literally took it to them.
It was a shit kicking. So now it's a different mindset, and you got to change. I think they got to change up a couple of things, couple of tactics here, but I think you got to take care of home ice for the Leafs because they weren't able to do that last time, and they have to take care of home ice this time around. So, alrighty.
I just love before we end off, I just love these clips of Mark Savard just going completely off after every single goal, and Berube just looking at him and be like, "What the hell are you doing? A lot of hockey left. Calm down." And he's not only does he give the stare to like his players, the refs, and everything when he's looking at the camera, he's not afraid to do that to his own coaches.
No, he's like,
settle down a bit.
Close to being done this game yet.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, again, I could sleep at night knowing the Maple Leafs didn't choke. That's that.
Now on to more important tasks at hand.
Round 2.
So that's the important thing. All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Leafs win in 6. We will be back. I don't believe we have anything going on tomorrow. We might have something for the weekend. If there's game 7, I think Grant will be doing one game 7 on Saturday. The earliest this series could tip off for the Leafs and Panthers, I believe, would be Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. But we will be back with you guys at the very least from what we know now on Monday for the draft lottery. And I'm sure we'll be doing some games for Leafs Panthers coming up in round 2. Peter, good stuff as always. You want to pop the pod before we go?
Yeah, no, give us a follow on our YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, Sticks in the Six Pod. A little bit delayed this week, but we are looking to get into recording as well. We were because of how things were going to play out, we didn't know if there was going to be a game 7, but since there's no game 7, so we are going to get to an episode at one point to talk about the, 6-game series, prepping the matchup as well. That's going to be a big thing right now. So give us a follow, stay tuned for episodes, for notifications and everything like that. And the season's alive. That's all that matters.
They're alive. Good stuff. All right, we're going to wrap it up, and we will catch you guys on the next live watch long. Have a great night, everybody.